was like 31
I'm pressing it, but it's
gigabytes.
not. I don't know. I'm trying to start it. What? No, go ahead. It's not starting.
What are you talking about?
The thing, it's grayed out. It says start broadcast, and then it's normally. And then I started.
I'll be right back then. I'm just gonna.
Okay, that's fine.
They can wait.
So what
They can
happened?
wait.
Star Citizen.
So Star Citizen, I downloaded it. It was 31 gigabytes.
That's massive.
And yeah, I know, it's huge. It's always big, always giant updates for this game.
That's good.
And my roommate was trying to use the internet, and he couldn't the entire time. He was trying to watch The Walking Dead, and it was like the last episode of The Walking Dead. And he's like waiting for it to buffer, and he's like, "Oh, like this is so intense! Like, what's gonna happen?" And then it would like
pause is the worst part. Netflix is frustrating for that because it's always at like the best part. You're always like, "Oh my god, it's good." What do you got, Mikey? Yeah. We missed you, by the way, buddy.
Oh, thank you. I missed you guys too.
Excited to have you back once this fucking thing starts working. I pressed the start. Hold on, I gotta explain this. This is we're gonna be late. People are gonna be pissed off. I pressed the fucking start thing, but it's grayed out. Like normally. Oh, you know what? Actually, because the 25th. Hey, it's not starting. The stream's not starting. What is that?
I made a building because just to take a little break and try something different. I would playing Mutants and Masterminds, DC Adventures with Aiden. He's like Dean. So I made like a little. Here's a miniature.
That's
and I taught from Fat Dragon Games on Drive-Thru RPG. I just printed it onto like sticker paper and put it onto foam core. So we can have like a little city.
See, that's what I want. I want like a.
I want a dad like you.
That's what I want a dad like you. No, but what I want is I want to go back to like the old school where we sit around and we get to play with
little things, miniatures. Yeah.
That's the thing. Doing online is great, but anyway, Chris, I tried pressing it. It's great. And then I thought it's the end of April that they're discontinuing all the stuff, isn't it?
I thought so.
Yeah, so maybe.
How much are they discontinuing?
I don't know. I thought it was just like the dice stream and stuff like that. So maybe
it's all the apps. I think that they're actually getting rid of Google Hangouts completely. I don't know.
Yeah, we could always do Twitch. Oh, by the way, did I tell you that Trevor Toth sent Holly and I this certificate of insanity?
I saw the post.
I saw that.
Yeah, nice.
I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
Is that legally binding?
It's still grayed out. I can try closing down and resetting. Is it legally binding? Yeah. Sorry, buddy. That's the end of me. I don't know. We could just not bother streaming tonight. First time in 2 years.
No, we are not.
Well, you should post. Is someone going to post like, "Hey guys,
main notes thing"?
Yeah,
I'm not up on Facebook or anything, so I got nothing.
We'll do the whole thing in story sequence.
On Facebook. We just take selfies, take pictures, and post them with captions. Snapchat. Let's start a Snapchat.
Snapchat role
So
playing.
we went to the zoo.
Everyone join the Invictus stream for non-nude Snapchats. I mean, who does that?
Wait, there's
nobody would follow.
Non-nude Snapchat. I don't know. Anyway. It's not working anyway, so I wanted to mention crazy sort of awesome circumstances for you guys, not for me. So obviously before Henry was born, Holly and I...
BH, we should call that now. It's like instead of A-D, we'll say BH.
BH.
Henry. Yeah.
Before Henry. It's at the time. Actually, Louis C.K.'s new special makes a really funny bit about that. But anyway, no. This is sort of pretty cool. Long story short, there are 3 tickets that Holly and I talked, and we talked to Alex and Karma. The last one we ended up selling. But if you guys wanted to, we would be happy to give you guys a few tickets to Disneyland, actually, in Florida. There's, yeah, I know. There is a weird thing. No charge.
You know what would be awesome? I've never been. I believe that my parents have taken Chris.
Yeah.
My parents have never taken me.
Really?
Have you?
So this is personal.
You went with Grammy and Poppy, didn't you?
They took me into Florida, but we didn't go to Disney World.
Oh no!
Well,
I've never been to Florida.
Here's the thing.
Serious?
It doesn't matter. Listen, the long story short, 3 tickets, all yours. There's a crunch though, just because of the way it planned out and sort of the fact that just bad planning on our part. It leaves next week. It's 3 days, access to like all the parks. Highly recommend Magic Kingdom. We went there ourselves. We couldn't use them. So we talked about, we thought.
Yeah.
Who should deserve
I'm
them
so
more
down.
than the three most important men
In
my
Henry's
life?
life.
In Henry's life. So
Black lung pops.
no, I'm so serious. No.
That's amazing.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure my, Zara's going to be pretty pissed, but that's okay.
No, hey, listen. Here's my thing. She'll be happy that you are happy. That's my logic. But honestly, no string attached.
Of all the people I know, that's true.
Yeah,
We can make it like an Invictus Snapchat.
that's
debut.
what I'm thinking. You guys can
We
go
can bring
down there and have a
Marshall
good time.
and put him on all the rides.
Look, this isn't working. This isn't working. It's not going live. I say fuck it. I don't think we need to do this tonight. Let's forget it. You guys go to Disneyland. You enjoy yourselves. Take lots of pictures. Let me know how it goes, and have a really good time.
All
Sorry, we can do a game. Michael,
you,
it's great
Harlan.
seeing
Yeah, me
you.
too. We'll definitely do it when we get back.
Yeah, when we get back.
Disneyland.
3, 2, 1, and we're live! Hello, welcome back to the Invictus stream. My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with my cautious friend, Michael.
Hey.
My clairvoyant friend, Justin.
Hello.
My clever friend, Chris.
Clairvoyancy means that you can predict the future.
And we are here with the end of the world zombie apocalypse. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Wednesday night. That's right. That was a false start for everyone who thought they were
Not April
in our
Fool's
private
Day.
conversation.
It was.
I got 2 messages from Bjorn and one from Lauren, both like, "Hey, it's working." Very cute guys. But long story short, no stream tonight. But these guys are going to Disneyland. I wonder why. The End of the World is a game by Fantasy Flight Games. It involves real players in abreal situations where they are pitted against various. I want to say mystical enemies.
Isn't that a type of forest? An arboreal forest?
A boreal forest?
Boreal?
Abortional.
It's a farm forest
First
that
off,
doesn't move its
Michael's
leaves.
back for tonight, guys. How much have we missed Michael? God, I have missed him so much.
I need a wider lens.
We need a wider lens.
We need fisheye lens to be able to tell.
Hey, good job. You knew the title of the lens for going 6 years of film school. Paid off. So welcome back, Michael. As I mentioned, tonight's the end of the world. With all of our games, regardless of end of the world, 18 plus. If you feel like you're not comfortable with no words such as pee-pee, bum, and fuckface, then you go ahead and close the video. But before you do, you make sure to give us a big old like. Liking the video makes us feel better, and it makes Michael what?
Well, again, it's a good thing we knew that we were actually live because I was normally touch myself on screen, and through all the likes and stuff, I go through and I'm like, oh, and sometimes I end up looking like a little leprechaun hand because it's
because
for
well,
some
you know,
reason.
it's also easier for you to kind of get off because you're your new mouse pad.
50
oh
likes.
yes, oh yes.
50
Here-
likes, they'll get them all.
my daughter got me this mouse pad. It actually has gel boobs.
I like the way they swing.
They do swing.
Terrible. I'm not gonna lie, I've told these guys if I'm on my computer and I'm working, I've almost apologized to the mouse pad for brushing it occasionally.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, ma'am.
But you know, I'm thinking like with that surprise look, I might just cut a hole right there. Just
Oh, God.
oh.
We're gonna get the laugh track. But yes, Michael's back, and we're still happy that he is here. Tonight it is an 18 plus show. That was long about what we were saying. Like the video, all that kind of bullshit. Look, let's not waste time. Every week we do the MVP. The MVP is the most valuable post. That's the person or persons who spent a little bit of time on the community, but also posted something that was interesting or funny or clever or whatever. It just sparked our interest. Last week we gave it to Lucas purely because he called it first. He had dibs. So it's not a high bar to jump over. It's really just sort of luck. It's roulette to a certain extent. But not this week. This week I am very happy to announce that it is for Mr. Let's do drum roll. Paul Bernhard. What? For his post, The Geekiest Day of My Life, and he gushed a little bit about his day and how he got the first time to GM and stuff like that, and he also was very thankful to us. Look, that's not a pre-qualifier, but it's always very nice to get your dick sucked. No, but it was very nice, Paul, to say that. I appreciate that very much, Paul, and I'm so glad that you had a geeky day. And as Chris said in the comments, you said something in the comments about
I said,
having many
here's
more.
to many more.
Here's to many more, exactly. So cheers to you, buddy. To many more geeky days. So proud of you, and so proud of everybody who gets out there and does some cool shit. What was that?
We're cheersing.
Dark. Did Justin just put his bum up? Oh, okay, there we go. I just saw a brown object. Cheers. Yeah.
You're assuming that my bum is brown.
I was going to say his bum's probably the lightest part of him. It never sees the sun.
That's true.
Or it sees
I like that you know that, Chris.
Yeah. Well, we have to.
friends, you know.
RPG buddies bum each other. So anyway, well done, Paul. You honestly deserved it. And he said, "Yay me!" Oh, there you go. No, let's delete it. Let's turn it off. So yeah, of course, halfway through the game, we're going to stop the action and we're going to do the mid-game post. That's where we ask a question. First person to answer it gets a little bit of bonus XP. Lately, I don't know if it's lately, but Michael Carl Weber has been fucking killing the mid-game posts. So keep doing it. I don't give a shit. You win. You're doing well. So listen, you want to beat Michael? Pay attention as much as Michael because he pays attention.
He's a champ. We should give him a belt.
He's a champ, right? He's Rocky in Rocky.
Someone should
2,
challenge him.
not Rocky 1.
No, because that's
Rocky's
Balboa.
not a champ in Rocky 1. Rocky sucks in Rocky 1.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of something's up with him. He's got like a little pet turtle.
But then he finds
It's
the
a weird
juice.
movie.
He comes back much stronger.
Yes, Rocky's a weird movie. Anyway, it's not really a boxing movie. It's more like a weird study in psychology. Anyway, so that's the mid-game post, and of course, the end-game post is where we reward someone for giving us helpful hints, advice, or jokes throughout the game. So Mark Lane is usually the guy who sweeps up those awards. So look. Knock out Michael in the middle round, knock out Mark at the end round. That's right. Be useful, be creative, and pay attention. You get the XP. Why would you want XP? Well, let me tell you. There's a few bonuses you get. You can spend XP to alter the environment. You can spend XP to hinder. And you can spend XP to be in the game as an NPC. Now, that's only for the end of the world. It's only for the end of the World Series, but Miss Lauren Reagan took us up on this offer. So tonight, you're going to see a community member, played by me, of course, in the game. So get excited for that. So that's a good reason to earn a little bit of XP. Also, we got Tim Sant donated 3 XP to hinder one of you guys tonight.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, that means you're going to get a whole buttload of dice thrown at you that you're going to have to balance out. So we're going to see what happens there. Look. That's it for me. I think the stream is over. You guys enjoy the tickets. Enjoy Disneyland. I want you to have a really, really fun time. And Michael, I'm sad that you've never gone before, and I'm excited that you get to go.
I'm excited. This will be fun.
Can I make one tip? And I promise you that if you listen to me, you will have a good time.
Yes.
First thing you do when you get off the tram at Magic Kingdom, book it to Thunder Mountain. Because it's the farthest part of the map. It is the most popular ride.
Like, get your walk in?
It is. Yeah.
Get your heart healthy?
Well, see, there is a train that runs around Magic Kingdom, but it's better to run because everyone tries. See, taking the train.
I've heard this too. You skip all the lines because everyone goes kind of in one way.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone thinks, oh, take the train, so I don't have to walk. Walk. Always better. All right. Good luck, guys. I'm excited for you. I'm jealous, but I'm excited for you.
Well, thanks. I mean, I'm going to basically defer to you guys because you guys have been there before. So, you know,
Well,
I'm tagging.
I'm excited. What could go wrong, right?
It's Disney World. Nothing ever.
Interesting question, Justin.
I don't know.
What could go wrong? The Magic Kingdom is a theme park at the Walt Disney World Resort in Bay Lake, Florida, near Orlando. It is owned and operated by the Walt Disney Company through its Parks and Resorts division. The park opened October 1st, 1971, as the first of 4 theme parks at the resort. It is a place of wonder, magic, mystery. Is it a place? It is a place built with love. As the bus crawls to a stop, the 3 of you give in to the childlike wonder that flutters in your heart as you see the tall, sky-scraping peaks of Cinderella's castle just beyond the gate. Stepping through the large gates, you feel as if you're entering a world of magic. Large stuffed animals dot every shop along the strip. Characters from your childhood wave hello as you and the other guests fill the streets. Today will be a day to remember. You think this as you make your way past the shops into the center circle. As you do, an older man in a pinstripe vest and a flat-brimmed hat walks up to you, smiling ear to ear, a large grin plastered on his face. Good morning and welcome to the most magical place on earth, he says as he begins to whistle and walk past you. His toothy grin spans ear to ear. It's a bit unnerving, but he passes by you quickly. The three of you stand in the center square.
Okay, Mycl, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, first of all, that Cinderella's castle. That was way more impressive than, because I've only ever seen it like at the beginning of movies.
Yeah.
And like digital. That's really cool. Wow, this is breathtaking.
I was kind of worried that 3 grown males going to Disney World would seem a little creepy without a child, but that guy makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, a little bit. So I have I don't know. I've got 2 goals. I've been to Disney World before, but it was a long time ago. I barely remember it. But I've got this little red book, and I show you guys, and it's like a autograph book. And like the first half of the pages have like, Mickey Mouse and Goofy and stuff.
That is fantastic.
There's a lot of people missing, and I still have this book to this day. It's at it's in my hands right now. And I want to get more autographs. It might seem childish, but
no. That's actually, now that you say that, that's going to be my first stop. We got to go to a gift shop. I need to get a book.
Yeah, let's all get a book.
Awesome idea.
But then we should make our way straight to Thunder Mountain.
We gotta get to Thunder Mountain.
Again, because of the generosity of the tickets, we'll just get them all to be like, to Henry, Mickey Mouse.
Oh, that's sweet.
Right?
Okay, so books, then Thunder Mountain.
I'll allow it. Yeah. Agreed. Books, Thunder Mountain.
So you begin walking through the park as the music fills you. Kids start running past you towards rides. Goofy and Mickey Mouse walk past you like assholes, just stumbling back and forth. And you guys are overcome with this sense of like, fuck it, I don't care. And after Justin, you sort of reveal your inner child to the guys and they accept you. You guys just shed that sort of masculine shell that we all so well.
yes. We all have that overly masculine shell.
And you guys just say, let's just do this. And you start skipping and as you're heading towards the Thunder Mountain from the entrance, here's a map. And you each grab a map, actually. So here's the entrance where you pulled up from the bus. You entered, and you kind of stood here in the square, and you walked a bit down Main Street. And right here, right in front of Cinderella's massive castle in Liberty Square, this is where you stopped and you sort of took a few pictures. And as you started heading towards Thunder Mountain, you passed this number 10 here, which is where you each grabbed a book, you each grabbed a map, and you headed on your merry way.
Now, I do want to check out. Yeah, I do want to check out the flora, because I've also heard.
Yes, let's go to Disneyland and look at the trees.
Well, because I've heard that they're all fake too, and I just
you reach out and you touch a palm tree.
And I don't know if that's true, and I just want to if that would freak me out.
It is
real.
It giggles.
It's Israel. It's a Palestinian conflict personified in a. No, you reach out.
Disney's being very political,
and it is real. And you sort of.
Okay, well that's good. That makes me feel better. I'm liking it more now. That's
for sure.
Hey, Mycl, keep up. Come on, we got to get to Thunder Mountain. We got to get early.
So you guys run and you begin heading the path to Thunder Mountain. Now, I'm going to post this in a second so that everyone can follow along. But basically, you follow sort of this dotted line until you get.
I'm really glad it's there.
To your right, there's Tom Sawyer Island, which is sort of a little cavernous island full of houses and things like that. And you swing past this number 26, which is the Briar's Patch. It's a sort of a luge ride. And as you walk past the Briar Patch towards Thunder Mountain, which is right here in the heart of Frontierland, you see the train. See the train that outlines the park down here? It's all along here. So this is the train that a lot of people thought would be the smarter route. And as you pass it, right here, right before the line starts, you see the train empty, and all the people who thought they were so smart by riding the train and saving time get off behind you. And the three of you get into the line with only a few people before you as the beautiful Florida sun starts beating down on your backs.
I smugly look back at the lineup foreman behind me.
And give me a social roll.
Being so smug.
So that's gonna be just a positive die, just a d6. Let me know if you succeed.
I succeeded. I got a 1.
Oh, so you know what? You look back with a smug self-satisfaction that we all fucking hate, and people they misconstrue it. They misconstrue it. They look at it and they go, oh, he through the sun. You sort of bit your eyes, and somehow your face contorts to sort of a sympathetic look, and everyone in line thinks you're really sweet. And they actually
I get that a lot. People think I'm being sympathetic.
Yeah, they give you a bit of space, and they kind of step back a little bit, and they go, oh, what a kind, sympathetic man. Fuck, what a fucking guy. Lauren said, Michael, you look 10 years younger, by the way. So,
thank you.
I think that's not just because of the childlike atmosphere. I think that's because you do. You just look bigger. I know so too. Anyway, so with a bit of planning, you guys have managed to be first amongst the line for the ride. Energy courses through your veins. Show me your excited faces, guys. Smiles are plastering your faces like little children. In front of you, there's only actually a few people in front of you. There's a large man and his son, and they stand in front of you in the line. And it looks like he's been on one too many rides. He sort of just sways.
Oh,
he looks like he's gonna puke. I offer him it looks like he's gonna. Does he look like he's gonna vomit?
No, he just kind of looks like he's just swaying a bit.
Yeah, I'm just watching. I'll kind of get in position. I don't want to talk to him because I don't like people that much. But I am going to just get sort of closer to him in case I have to catch him if he falls over, like if he passes out or something. I don't want to make sure I guide his head down to the ground and not.
Now he is a pretty big guy, but you think you'd at least be able to save the kid by just sort of
getting the kid out of the way.
So Justin, sorry, go ahead.
I would probably see him if I noticed that he was swaying a little bit. I'd probably say, "Hey, how you doing, sir?"
And he sort of turns around and he sort of has this look like a bit dazed, like he's just tired, and he's kind of like, "Good, long night, barely slept." Thunder Mountain, right, Todd? And the little kid next to him, who's maybe 8 or 9, says, "Yeah, Dad." But they're Southern, so he goes, "Yeah, Dad." That's what happens.
The Americanese is strong in this one.
Right? And I'm looking through my guidebook and I say, Todd is the name of the fox and the fox and the hound.
And the kid, I'll let your one carry over. And the kid looks at you and goes, "Holy fuck, that's awesome!" And the dad goes, "Oh." But the Tad's got
that is awesome.
He doesn't seem like he really cares that much. But he says, "Oh." He just kind of shrugs it off.
So is this have you been on this one, Justin? Because I think it's a roller coaster, isn't it?
I haven't been on Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain,
I came a gold, like a mining thing, right?
Yes, Thunder Mountain. What you know of it, and as you're looking, you see it above you, massive red boulders, sort of wooden, and the artwork and the set dressing, whatever you want to call it, at Disney is top notch, and you feel like you're standing in an old abandoned mine, almost. You're standing on these wooden, slats that look almost rickety, but they're secure because they're painted plastic or something like that. And before you is a massive mountain just sitting out, casting a shadow over with the sun behind it. Waterfalls spray off it, spruce or trees, little springs of green all over the mountain. And before it looks like a scene out of a Western movie, and you really feel like you are in Frontierland as you throw your tissue in a TNT barrel garbage can. And again, you're really absorbing this setting. You guys,
I feel like I need to spit.
and you hit Todd in the face.
Yeah.
No, and being role players, this is like second nature. Being, pretending to be somewhere else. So you guys
I feel
really
like
are having.
I'd break out the old Buddy Jackson.
I was gonna say
do.
it's like
annoying.
Like
And you
something
do.
at Deadlands.
Buddy Jax is back.
Hey,
all
we
of
should
a
take our
sudden.
first snap. We should take our first Invictus snap.
And you
Definitely.
should, yeah.
I'll pull out my phone and we do the little snap and send it off to all of our Invictus followers. We don't actually have Snapchat, so if you're looking right now,
Okay, perfect. Actually, and you get a lot of I don't know how Snapchat works, but you get a lot of likes or whatever the fuck it is.
views. Got a lot of views.
You get a lot of views. You know what? Let's roll something. Actually, let's say positive, negative. Positive. Okay, no. Yeah, you Snapchat it. And lots of views. Lots of people from the community are excited. Van Davis is saying how he goes every year for his anniversary. David John says how he's taking their kids in November. And a few people recommend getting the Fast Pass, which you guys did. So the community is already very active as they are right now. So the line moves forward. You are the first on the coaster for the day, and you board the ride. You choose to sit in the back. Obviously, it gives you the best view of everything. We should. And because the back gives you the most speed, gives you the best view, and, the metal bar kind of clacks down across your waist. So it's 2 by 2. So who sits in front? Who sits together?
Is it the very front?
It's the back. You guys are in the back.
Okay, I don't want to sit in the very back, so I would choose to sit in the one just before the back.
Okay.
I would
I can
go
sit in
with
the back.
So
I'd go whichever is open.
So
Because
Mycl and Justin are in the back. Chris, you are in the front seat.
And I'm only a little hurt.
You're only a little hurt,
Well-
and a very large woman comes up. And you thank your lucky stars because the guy operating the ride is a fucking professional. He sees that this woman would crush you if she shared the seat with you, Chris. And he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. We'll just wait a little bit." And you see her face going bright red as the ride starts to take off. You can feel the pulsing in your chest as you begin moving forward.
And with Mycl, it's actually me tapping his chest. Like, you ready? You ready?
And you guys are getting all fucking amped up in the seat. And Chris, you got a little room to move over. So
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna for these guys. I'm gonna pretend to be excited. I'm gonna give Thunder Mountain a chance. I've never actually been a fan of roller coasters, and only because I find them kind of boring.
well,
I've been on them,
see
and I
if
just
you
find them really
find this
annoying.
one board, Mycl. So you round the first corner, entering a dark cavern filled with streaks of blue light from outside, and the soft blue glow from deep within the mountain, exposing the stalactites of the cavern. As you pass, a waterfall flows on each side of the train, and suddenly
That is cool.
you're outside. You round a peak as the train picks up speed, and before you know it, the train is soaring around the mountain, passing trees and shrubs, and then diving once again into the dark caves, only to emerge seconds later, passing through a wooden building. As the world rushes by you, the large man and his son, they're sitting maybe one cart ahead of you. And you see the large man sort of sag over on top of his son, who pats his dad harshly. And the moment of concern washes over you, but it quickly fades when you see the large man sit back up, awake and alert, the back of his head towards you. He's almost turning around, frantically looking around as if he woke up on a ride. You pass under a large wooden water tower, and you begin to climb to the top, passing the wooden structures and large boulders. And as you reach the peak, you see "Danger" blasting ahead, written in white paint on a faded sign, as you once again pick up speed, whirring in and out of the mountain as the wheels clack loudly on the rails. And that's when you feel it. Warm liquid peppering your face. The feeling of water on your face, Chris, it's not uncommon on a ride, but seldom is it warm, and never does it come with the unnerving scent of iron. Before you can react, the train plummets one last time into a dark cave lined with orange warning lights. They flicker and flash, letting the passengers know the blasting is afoot. But all you hear above the train's whirring is the echo of screams from the carts in front of you. The train climbs in the darkness, and between the orange flashing lights that illuminate the utter darkness, for only a moment you can see the train car in front of you. Flash after flash, the orange lights They paint the scene before you as if in stop motion. The man unbuckling his seat, reaching for his son, leaning over him in the darkness. Between a flash, you hear the screams of the child. The warm blood on your face again, splashing, this time hitting Justin and Mycl in the back as well. And finally, the train reaches its climax, and the bright daylight illuminates the scene before you as you see the father leaning over his son, pulling long strands of bloody veins from the boy's neck before you. As you round the exit entrance, the screams from the train pale in comparison to the screams of the park and the lineup. The train slowly pulls into the entrance where another cart already sits, and with a painful crash, it hits the back of the previous train, throwing the unbuckled father into the tracks in front of you as the passengers in front begin pulling up their reins, jumping out of the cart. You three are on the back. The track sits over maybe a 10-foot drop. The boy sits one cart in front of you, slumped over, blood pouring from his neck. The large man has fallen with his back 2 carts ahead, and he's stirring.
I get up and I shakily stand up and I try to get to the boy to see if he's okay.
So you go to pull up your thing, and you can feel give, but it feels extremely tense. You're gonna have
I called up Mike and I say, Mike, he needs help.
So again, just like Chris, I'm going to try to get out of the seat or see, because I know it normally has to be released from the button or something, doesn't it?
Normally, yeah, but you notice the man in front of you, he did do it on his own.
Yeah.
So, and as you kind of give it, you do feel a little bit of give. It's not a sharp pressure, it's passive pressure, sort of constant resistance is making the bar raise. And you think with Justin, your help, you should be able to do it relatively easy because you guys are sharing the same bar.
Yeah, I help out. Now, aren't there roller coasters that, like, if you push it down a little bit more, then it'll release?
You can try it.
Or it gets tighter.
Lots
of tighter.
You're fighting down and Mike's pushing up.
Oh, wait, it's not moving.
What's that?
Is it the same bar?
It's the same bar.
Oh, okay, then I'll help him to push it up.
Okay, so the two of you pull. Give me a muscle roll. We'll both just do one.
Okay.
I got a 3, which is ties,
which means it's a success. I only needed one of you to succeed because you're working together. So, Mycl, with all your strength, and you
I
get a
forgot
good
we can use the base roller. Sorry,
that's right. And you have your muscle shirt on, so it works. And sure enough, the crash, the bar comes up, and just as it does, the man begins sitting up from the 2 trains in front.
I'm gonna instantly start to try to pull on Chris's bar.
Oh, well, as he's doing that, I'm saying go help him. I know that Mike knows.
I don't want to help him.
First aid.
No, we watched that guy like.
No, you gotta stop the bleeding
and pulling. I'm getting you out.
Okay, so I'm pushing to try to get out of
the boy wasn't moving, correct? When we looked at him last.
No, he was not moving.
Yeah, he was like.
He could still need us.
He could
check him.
Yeah, but what is the first rule of first aid? Make sure the area is safe for you.
I'm safe.
And I'm saying, let's get them.
Let's stop arguing. I get up. I try to push it up as well.
Okay, so you try to push it up, and Mike, you help him as well. So between the two of you, I'm going to say you're both stronger than Justin, obviously. So you don't need to roll. Just kidding. But we're going to say that there's sort of a mechanism that when like 3 bars are up, then everything else goes up. Because
how high did you say we are above the ground?
You're 10 feet. So you can try moving up the train and hopping from cart to cart until the land comes back up. But right now, the last 3 or 4 carts are over about a 10 feet drop.
10 feet isn't very high if we're hanging from the bars.
Nope.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to go past.
I keep an eye on the guy, and he's slowly coming up. And I plead to Mike and Justin, say we need to check the kid. We need to make sure.
Yeah, well, sure.
So you see him, and he actually does start crawling across the carts, just lumbering towards the kid.
Hey, stay where you are. Leave him alone. Call it.
And as you says that, you see his face, the blood just drooling from his mouth. He looks up, his eyes red, black pupils, veins protruding from the sides of his head.
Is that bath salts?
I have no idea, but I think he was trying to eat the kid. So
and he begins crawling again towards the child.
I grab. Do they have dividers to? usher people in? Like, you know, those metal poles?
Yes, but not where you are, because again,
We're
because you bumped into a previous train, you guys are actually sort of on the exposed track over a bit of a drop.
Now, you also said there were screams from the crowd and stuff too. So rather than focusing necessarily on the boy, because I feel like Chris is, you know, that's where he is focused. I want to be looking around and seeing what's going on 10 feet below us.
Okay, and as you do, you look over and you have a pretty good view of the park, at least the train yard and things like that. And actually, I'll show you. Again, this is sort of a top-down view of the map. This is Thunder Mountain. This is the where you guys lined up. You went on the train, which headed all through here, and heads out through here, and it comes back just right here in this little corner, sort of right here. So you're exposed here, and you can sort of see this 27 area, and you can see a lot of people around this train, but you can also hear on the other side of this large building screams of bloody murder and just howls of pain coming from the...
Okay, so I'm trying to convince you guys to let this go right now, and let's climb that tower and get an even better look.
From the screams and the chaos going around me, I start to understand that it's not just one person going mad. There's other things going on in the park.
And actually, as you do, you're processing this as your instincts are to go to the kids, and you start moving towards the kid, and he actually stirs. He moves, sits up. Again, his back towards you, the blood pouring again from his neck. And you see his arms start sort of reach out.
Yeah, that's not healthy. Chris, don't let them touch you, buddy. Let's get up that tower. Justin, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just a little freaked out. A lot freaked out. I think we should just jump down here. I think that's the best way.
Oh, so our car didn't actually come all the way back to the start. Is that what you're saying?
It did not come on. It's about halfway to the start.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's climb the tower. Let's get a better vantage. There's an island on the map. We'd probably be safe there.
I would suspect, but let's go first. Get a look around.
Okay, so you do. You hop up on the cart, and the man sort of crawls towards the boy. So you can either try jumping down to get, or you can try jumping over them. But right now you're sort of stuck. Or you can try going across the tracks back into the mountain if you want.
No.
Back
into darkness? No. No.
We're safe. We're safe under here. If we drop down, there's fences blocking off the park from us as long as we're in here for now. So I just start climbing down, and I hold myself hanging from the bars, and I'm 6 feet tall, so it's only a 2-foot drop from me, like with
4-foot drop, but yes.
No, I'm 6'6" with my arms extended. I'm like 8'5".
Oh, okay.
No.
Then it's a 10-foot drop.
And I climb down. I climb down Justin.
Yes. So it's not a dangerous drop. So yeah, the three of you do make it drop down as you kind of feel pellets of blood kind of sinking down, just dripping down and hitting the grass. And you're now standing on the sunny grassy hill of the ride. Now, actually, from where you are, you're just a stone's throw away from the train leading to the exit of the park, meaning that the train that would have taken you here in the first place would return to the entrance of the park where your car is, where you can escape. You know that the park is sort of a prison of sorts. There are gates surrounding the entire thing, and that the only way in or out is the main entrance.
I don't think we should go to the train. Everybody's going to go to the train. We saw it on the way to Thunder Mountain. Everybody went to the train.
Oh, yeah, no.
What do you think? Should we get to the top of that tower like you suggested, Mike?
I think so. I think it's a good place to start.
Okay.
And then we can take some time to take a look at the map, see what would be advantageous, and go from there.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys decide that the tower would be the best idea, and you find a good spot on the side of the building to sort of scale up. And again, the way Disney's constructed with fake boulders and things like that, it's pretty easy to get up. And you help each other up, and after a short sort of scamper up, you get to the base of what you see the tower. Now, unfortunately, the tower, while it is very visually cool. It's not too structurally sound to sort of support anything. It sort of looks more like it's only there for visual. The spaces between, as you can see, the sort of rungs are maybe 10 feet apart, and then it juts out pretty massively, and then it looks like there's another lip up. And it doesn't look like there's an actual ladder to get up there.
But we are on the roof. So
but right now you are on the roof next to it, yes.
So we can lay down on the roof?
Yes.
Right? So that we're low profile and just kind of looking out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you
if
definitely
we're on like one side, we're on this side of the peak.
Yeah.
Just looking at
So you do. You get down on you. Mycl does it instinctively, and I'm assuming you guys follow suit. And you get down and you start surveying what you see, and what you see is indescribable. You see droves of people, some lying on the ground in pools of blood, some leaning over people, biting their flesh and pulling large hunks off their bodies. Some people screaming, people holding children, and the children alone. I mean, you're talking about kids. So many kids, just it's tough. It is mentally stressful, and unless you have a willpower of 4, you take a mental stress.
Yes, I do.
I think Justin and I are done for the day.
Yeah.
And your instincts say, you know, if we just wait here, everything is going to calm down. And that's when it hits you. You see the bodies that are lying down in the pools of blood getting back up. And as you wait, the numbers are multiplying. More people are leaving your side. Less people are there to make a break for it. And eventually, after only about a 5-minute wait, 5 or so zombies causing havoc turns into 15. All walking aimlessly, sniffing the air, looking towards people. And something sinks. Something really bothers you. You're scouring the side, and after about 15 minutes, you notice something. You notice sitting just over here, on top of the train, you see a father and what you must assume is his daughter, sitting as well. Their tummies flat against the roof, in a similar position. You see them hiding out. And for a second, you think, this isn't a bad idea. Below them, 3 zombies start sniffing the air and begin clawing their way up the side of the building, crawling towards the roof. And you have to turn away as the zombies find their hiding place and devour them. You know it's only a matter of time before the same.
What do? We can't stay here.
Well, what looks good? What way looks most open right now?
Well, where's the map? Bring the map out.
You guys all have the map.
Here, I'll pull it up.
I'm going to post it on the stream.
Well, we can try to get to the island. I don't know if these things can swim.
We can try to get to the island. Hey, if we can get a boat.
17.
I mean,
look, 17 has a boat.
We can get out of here. We can just take the boat.
Are there alligators or crocodiles?
Yeah.
I think alligators and crocodiles are the least of our concerns right now.
No, they're not. It's not. Well, because again, if they're smelling, then getting into the water would be not a bad idea to lose the trail.
Cover ourselves in mud too.
Yep. So we're over there at Thunder Mountain. So right there from the camera thing, that's actually a pretty short jaunt. Right across to where that circle is. Right, where the circle trail is. I mean, more than likely, if there was people there, they may be affected as well. So is the island any really better?
Well, I'll tell you what.
But I like the idea that it's isolated.
If we get to Tomorrowland Speedway, we could also get some hot rods.
Chris,
and I'm also trying to take a look as we're looking for ways to go. I'm trying to keep an eye out on the peak to see, like, can we save some people along the way as we go? Like, can we, in a sense, like, it's not going to help the kids if we just snatch them and pick them up and run, but
and as you're seeing this, give me a logic roll. Mycl,
a logic roll. Oh, great. I was about to just roll again, but I will try the ye old dice stream.
Your dice stream.
Logic. I failed. I'm not very logical.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, my ideas are we either try to get a boat. Actually, looking, we can see. Is there a boat? What do the docks look like?
There is a boat at 37, but I don't know if it's like a real boat.
There's
Yeah,
one
you
at
go
29 as well.
I'm
You
a
look
real
at 29, and it looks like there's a boat flooded with people crawling over each other. People are screaming. Again, right now the park is in chaos. And as you are, again, surveying it, you hear something behind you. The three of you, perched out in a direction looking over, you hear the clunk of a shoe on the metal tin roof. And sure enough, you turn around, and two zombies, the child and what you think was the train operator, have climbed their way up to the top after smelling your warm flesh. And the child is now standing before you as the second one is almost entirely on the roof.
If we run into the forest and I point to the wooded area, we'll be away from the hordes.
Okay,
I like that idea.
let's go. Let's go. And is there an easy way off the roof?
You can jump forward into a bunch of hay bales.
Nice.
Sweet
That's
deal.
Oh, that's convenient.
Seriously.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of do Butch Cassidy style, and the three of you look at each other and go, whoa! And you jump off the roof and you land in the hay, and each give me a D6.
How high up were we?
Not high, but it could have been something in the hay.
I got
It's like a pitchfork.
Damn it, a needle.
I succeeded.
I found it.
Well, I wasn't asking if you succeeded. What'd you get?
I
Yeah,
got
you
it.
didn't tell us what we're going against.
It was dexterity I succeeded. If not, then
What did you get? What number?
2.
2. Okay, so Mycl.
I empathetically landed in the right spot.
So the three of you land in it, but Mycl, there was something in the hay, just a box, like a wooden box that was sort of to keep its structure, so they don't have to waste the whole bale. And you sort of land right on it. You do crush it a bit, so it gives a little bit, but sure enough, it just sort of smacks you in the ass. Take a physical stress.
My tailbone.
And
This wasn't a skill. This was luck.
How fast are the zombies moving? Are they like...
Okay, so you sort of survey them for a second. Now you're now out front of the line, basically where you were originally, before you went into the ride, and you're sort of surveying it, and the zombies are sort of almost picking up speed. It looks like a few of them at first are moving very slowly, like the guy you saw, with the red eyes and the veins. But it seems like whatever that vein is, almost like if it's a drug or something like that, or a poison, it seems to turn their entire faces a darker shade, almost dead skin, and their eyes with the black pupils turn almost entirely red. And as you see this, you see one kind of turn to you with a little bit of a quicker look, and he begins sort of walking towards the three.
Any pitchfork, shovels, picks there for scenery?
I'm gonna say no, because Disney rarely leaves loose things.
I'm saying it's part of.
Yeah,
part of
no,
the
it'd be
Old
like
West.
stuck on, and when you peel it off, it'd be like half. It'd be like half made, It's like just a decal or a decal. So he starts heading towards you very quickly.
So I immediately start running, I guess, west towards the train tracks, kind of skirting as close to the ride as possible, as I know that there's going to be the fewest amount of zombies there.
Okay, so instinctively you begin running towards the train tracks, and the two of you follow, I'm assuming, or you want to.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
No,
We should just split up.
I'm dumb. I'm done here. No, the three of you start heading towards the train tracks, towards where there's sort of a group of people. And as you sort of turn the corner, you do see that there are still a lot of living people with their backs against the tracks, sort of fending off this undead. But as you sort of round it, more and more zombies, because you've waited so long, are sort of starting to surround you. Chris, give me a logic roll.
Killing it tonight. Another one.
You are. Wow. Okay. So you notice something. From the crowd, one person breaks off a human person. They don't seem to be affected. And they run towards the back of the luge ride, the Briar Patch ride, which is, again, you sort of tumbled here. You ran down here past this AED towards the entrance where you see a lot of people are sort of struggling. But you see someone run up to sort of this wall here. And there's a large sort of constructed wall next to a garbage can that looks almost normal. And he looks around very nervously and quickly pulls something from his pocket, slides it into the wall, and pushes on it. And you see the darkness of the inside of the ride open up as he steps inside. The door is heavy and it begins to slow shut, but you think with enough speed you can run for it.
At this
I
point,
point
I was
this
just
out to the other
following
But you don't
Justin.
have to.
Yeah, I point this out to the other people and I say, okay, we stop, and I start running towards it.
Okay, so before Justin and Michael can even sort of realize what's going on, you book it for this open door, seeing a bit of an escape. And you start running past the droves of people as the zombies sort of turn around. Justin and Michael, you see him turn, and as you do, your eyes glance across the crowd. And at first, your instinct is to follow Chris. But just before you do, you hear something. Something louder, something more guttural, something more inhuman than you've heard yet. A deep, loud moans from the crowd of people as you see a few people kind of fall back and a massive hulking creature stretches from the center of this drove. A man, maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times your size, stretches back, his eyes red, the vein shooting past his eyes. And he turns towards you as the two of you book it following Chris. Everyone give me a dexterity roll.
Okay, I see also on the map that there's an epinephrine injector sites.
I think they're actually defibrillator.
They have
Yeah.
those too, but they also have epinephrine.
Okay, well,
needles.
you're
Let's
past
see what
that
we got
one
there.
now, but bank it for later for sure. Okay,
So was that vitality or dexterity?
dexterity.
I failed.
So
I
I'm
failed
good.
as well.
You're good, Justin.
No, I failed.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
good.
Michael's good. Okay, so Michael, you actually, with a little bit of your own energy, you end up booking it right past the other two, seeing what Chris is going for, and you smash the door open just as you head in, holding the door for the other two. You feel the ground quake behind you, Justin, as the hulking tank-like creature begins walking heavily behind you. Fear and sweat permeate from your brow as you continue running. And Chris and Justin, you book it right in the door as Michael goes to slam it. The door swings open. You get knocked back. And behind you, the man who let you in, the park operator, he steps back as well, a surprise as the hulking creature smashes through the door. Splinters go everywhere. You see a spew of light as you are dunked into cold water. The 3 of you, as well as the man, are plunged into the ride. You go swinging down the water, smashing into sides, smashing your head. The water goes red from the taste of iron in your mouth, and nothing. Darkness. The 3 of you lose sense of all time. Something feels almost out of body. You hear screams in the distance. You hear crackling. The smell of fire is in the air. You don't know how long you were out. It could have been a day. It could have been an hour. It could have been 5 hours. All you know is you wake up to the soft sound of a voice. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? You each open your eyes, wet, but well, I should say dry, except for your backs, which are a bit wet. In a runoff-like drain at the bottom of the luge, you are in an enclosed structure, almost like a mechanical room. Large turbines sit, propelling the water, and the 3 of you sit up almost together as you see the dead body of the security guard you followed in, or the park guy you followed in, and the walkie-talkie on his chest crackling.
Groggily, I push myself up and check on Mycl and Chris, see if they're okay.
I'm okay. I feel myself. I feel my head to see if there's any contusions or blood dripping.
So you do. You feel the sticky dryness of blood long since caked over, and it's sort of pouring down your face. You look totally badass if you could see yourself.
Now, you said we smelled fire. Is there a fire going in there, or is it?
You look around and you don't see anything. It's tough to see in the darkness. All you hear is the constant flow of water, this kind of pouring underneath you, the grate.
And the intermittent sounds on the radio.
It sounds like, yeah, sounds like someone on the radio.
I'll start heading toward it gingerly.
Hello? Is anyone there? And you you sit up and you see the walkie sitting.
Well, because I'm afraid of the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So I will get there very gingerly and, in a sense, kind of be kneeling. As I go to reach for it, I'll kind of kneel on, I'm sorry, guys. I got to do it this way. And I'll kind of kneel on its throat.
Okay.
And to help to stop it from getting up while I...
Yeah.
And like my other knee would be on its arm.
I'll help you out.
And then
I'll help you out.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull the, or at least just press the little talk button and be like, "Hello."
Okay.
Does he have anything else on him, by the way, Harlan?
He's wearing a white shirt with a patch that says Edwards. He's sort of wearing this walkie-talkie, which is attached to him. He's got I guess a park badge. Other than that, no, he's wearing sort of a white lapel shirt.
Do you see a key pass?
Yeah, there is one attached to his waist, the one that he must have used to get in here. So, Mycl, you lean down on him and you press your knee to his throat. And as you do, you feel the soft give as water sputtles out, sort of red water. And he doesn't stir. He's been dead for a long time, and you feel pretty confident in that.
Oh, okay. So I'm not worried about him getting up then, because the other guys got up pretty quick.
No, yeah, exactly. And in fact, as you guys are now kind of around, you weirdly feel well rested. You feel like it's been a good amount of time since you were knocked out. So yeah, you reach down and you grab the walkie-talkie.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Who's there? Where are you?
God, oh my God! I'm so happy to hear from you. Who is this? Is this you're coming to me on Edwards? Edwards, is that you? Are you alive?
Edwards is not. Sorry to tell you that. My name's Mycl. I'm a survivor. There's 2 others with me. Okay. Do you have a place of safety and a way to get there?
How have you survived this long? I figured Edwards would have hidden out in one of the old rides.
He did. We're somewhere underneath the luge run in the, it looks like a drainage area with the...
In the briar patch.
What was it? It was engines in the briar patch.
Oh, thank God. There's more people alive. Listen, my name's Tom. I'm a park manager. I locked myself in the overseer's office. I have no idea how you survived this long. Are you aware of the state of the park? Have you seen what's going on out there?
Not for, actually, we don't even know how long. We've been down here quite a bit.
It's 8 o'clock at night. If you came in the morning, you've been out for almost 12 hours.
Then we are behind on the state of the park.
Oh, God. You were here when the outbreak happened then?
Yes.
Listen, is it just you? How many are with you?
There's 2 others with me.
Oh, thank God. So there are 3 alive at least. Look, there are people scattered throughout the park. I'm trying to lead them to safety, but listen, I keep sending people to the entrance, but I haven't heard back after that point, and the radios are scarce. Very few people have been able to get back in touch with me. Listen, guys, I have information. This is important. You need to stay smart. Stay off the roads. Take off routes to get to the entrance. The outbreak is not the only threat. I repeat, the outbreak is not the only threat.
And as you hear him say that, your eyes which have now adjusted to the darkness. You've noticed 2 large red doors to your left. And as he says that, and the 3 of you share a look, you hear a bending, a moaning of steel. And you turn to see the doors sort of buckle a little bit as they burst open. The smell of the night air and the coolness of the Florida nights sweeps into the room very quickly, and you see a figure standing there with a crowbar in hand, bright lights behind them, casting a sharp silhouette as you each sort of shield your eyes. The figure stands motionless, its massive, bulbous head almost alien in the darkness. As your eyes adjust, you see the creature take a step towards you. The details in its face hidden with the backlight, but you can tell it's covered in blood and soft fur as if an animal. And after a moment, you see its large hands come up to its chin as it begins to remove its head from its shoulders. Your eyes grow more and more used to the sharp lighting, fear consuming you as you recognize the creature. Alvin, from Alvin and the Chipmunks. The person inside the suit removes the head to reveal a woman, late 20s, dark hair, and after a second of silence, her voice cuts through the darkness. Justin? For a second, you each stand there motionless. She drops the head by her feet and turns to the others. Mycl? Chris? As the light softens, Lauren Regan from the Invictus community stream stands before you. I thought I'd find you guys here, she asks, a genuine smile on her tired face as she removes the heavy paws of the animal costume, pulls a small bottle of hand sanitizer from her pockets, and liberally cleans her blood-crusted hands. And we're going to stop for the mid-game post!
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually excited to see her because playing the game, she often gives us really good advice. So I'm like, finally, someone with the brain to help us out.
But I'm the one playing her, so don't count on it. So there you go. Mid-game post. It's a bit early, but I figured let's do it now because it's a good area to stop. Lauren is just came in the game. Lauren or Rin Regan has donated 5 XP to become an NPC controlled by me. She has rolled up her character. She is now in the game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Just to answer the questions, you know how she found you. Snapchat. Which is why I rolled the negative and plus, because I was going to be like, if it came out plus, I was going to say that Lauren, who just happened to be going to Disneyland that same day with her husband, she would have followed back and been like, I'm here too. But she didn't see it at that point. But she did see it later. And she knew where you were. So guess who came out to rescue you? We're going to find out mid-game post, guys. All right. I know it's early, but I wanted to kind of get this over with, and that we can just push it.
She's already smarter than us because she's got protection from bites and stuff.
Right? I thought that was really, really clever of her. I thought that was... But like, wouldn't you though put on like that suit?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, especially if it's scent based, maybe the suit can...
Yeah, that suit will just blend into everything.
Or it will make it even more...
I was going to say, it probably smells nothing but BO in there from years of usage.
From years and years and years. Okay, so mid-game post time. This is where we stop the action. We ask you guys a question. First person to answer gets 1 experience point. So, the mid-game post is going to be, what year did the park open? Now, please, don't Google this necessarily. Go from what you heard. What year did the park open? I'm going to post it right now. So you're going to want to hit refresh as much as you can. Here we go. Let's see. What year did the park open? It's now posted. So that's the mid-game post. So you guys liking it so far? It's only been an hour, so it's not very much. But
yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah. Although I have to say my last time I was in Disneyland was a little bit more fun. Less zombies.
I don't know. I think I'm the opposite.
You prefer zombies?
We went everywhere but I don't remember going to Magic Kingdom, to be honest. We went
Oh,
everywhere
really?
but Magic Kingdom. Yeah, we went to Epcot.
So that's the only
we
one
went to
I went
MGM.
to.
And I'm just a little confused to whether or not like getting Loren's autograph as Alvin would count for Henry.
Oh,
She's in a suit. She's Alvin.
She's in the suit. It counts,
She's in the
right?
suit,
Yeah.
it counts.
All right.
You gotta think of who she took the suit from, eh? I think
He's
Lauren's
still in there.
Off of them.
He's still in there.
All right. The question was, what year did the park open? My first answer that I see is Tim Tabor with 1971. Tim has the correct year.
Well done, Justin.
Well,
Thank you. We had our own little wager going
yeah,
here.
Justin got it right. Chris got it wrong. Michael didn't play.
That's because I never actually listened to Harlan.
Oh, too mean. Not at all. That's
Yeah,
the mean.
I'm not welcome back
I
again.
don't listen to Harlan. No, well done, buddy. Austin, I'll see you at the day, October 1st. But Tim was correct. That is the right answer. Tim, you win. My respect. So Tim
Did they ever
Tabor-
call him Tabletop Tabor?
Oh, we should, eh? Tabletop? Table
Tim,
talk?
the
Or table talk?
tabletop.
Tabletop Tabor.
Tabletop or table talk?
Table talk could work.
That sounds like an insult, though. Isn't
Yeah,
table
it
talk
does.
bad?
Like if he's talking around the game and he's like, I don't know, maybe we can min-max.
Okay,
this. And they're
enough with the
"Listen,
table talk."
Tabor. Yeah. Table talk Tabor. Got
And
it.
then they'll just shorten it to like enough with the Tabor.
Back down the Tabor, man. I don't know. It kind of sounds like a cool nickname in like high school.
It does.
Yo, the Tabor's here, man.
It is.
Tabortron. Can't tame the Tabor.
Good time. No. Yeah, that's a good one.
Tabernacle.
Tabor knock.
Tabernacle.
It's not in Quebec.
Yeah, that's the only works for us.
Tabernacle.
Good. So how's everybody in the stream enjoying it so far?
Hey, wow, they're
Good applause.
enthusiastic. right?
Good
They're
turnout.
very enthusiastic. The applause is insane. No, but I think a lot of people have been to like where we're talking about, and I didn't do like the most research, but I did a fair amount. So I think people are like connecting with the areas, because like I said, and I said this to the guys before we started, that description of when the first zombie hits is a shot for shot of that ride. It does start off diving in. You see the stalactites with the blue light. You come out on a waterfall. So if you've never been on the ride, now you have. Michael.
I feel like I've been there.
You can count yourself a hero. Okay.
Yeah, now when you go, Michael, you're gonna be like, Harlan did it better.
Yeah, 100%.
I wish a zombie bit the guy in front of me right about now. All right. Let's do this. Back to the game. The most magical place on Earth. End of the world zombie apocalypse. Here we go. As Lauren stands before you, the radio cracks in your hand, Michael.
Listen, you need to get out of Frontierland. It's a hive of activity. I can see them all moving. I'm watching the cameras. You need to find a way to get a boat to Tom Sawyer Island. Stay off the main roads. If you get to Tom Sawyer Island, call me back. I can guide you to the exit, but you have to trust me and you have to move quick. Good luck.
Thank you.
Tom Sawyer Island, is that in Adventureland? Lauren, do you know?
And she sort of is flabbergasted as well and says, guys, don't you know how I found you?
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Lauren, I'm
Let's take one.
No, but she walks over and there's a bit of sadness to her eyes, and she kind of says, listen, guys, it's been a long time. I thought you were dead. At this point, I just came in here to hide.
It's been 3 Wednesdays and we haven't seen
3
you.
Wednesdays, and we haven't had a stream. Can you please live stream right now? No, but she does have sadness, and you know that she's married, and she would be here with her husband, and he's not here. So something happened, and
So we'll just talk around it the whole time.
Just talk around it. Avoid it. That's what I
Avoid
do.
it, yeah.
Don't talk about death. It bothers me.
But
she
how
kind
have
of
you managed to
looks.
survive? And why are you coming in here from Snapchat? You found us.
I was looking in the area. It's not just you guys. Listen, the park's being taken over. People are dying left, right, and center. I was with a group, a small group of people, and they didn't make it. I knew that my only way out was to band up with other people, and I hoped that you guys were alive. I didn't expect you made it only this far. And she kind of remarks to the open door behind her, and you can kind of see the entrance to Thunder Mountain where you took the Snapchat. You maybe made it 100 feet.
Well, I mean,
It's not the first time we've disappointed a woman.
where else? Where else are we going to go? How are we going to get out of here? Even if we do escape the park, I mean, we're going to have to get to our car. Like, what then? Like,
Why
what have
haven't
been
you
doing
left
this
the
whole time?
park? How come you're still here?
My plan was to take the train. When it hit, I was at Tomorrowland. It took me all day to get across the park. And as she sort of backs out and points towards where you saw that big tank-like creature, you kind of each walk out the moonlit sky now, the stars brightly shining. The moon actually looks a tinge red, actually. And the night is filled with sounds in the distance and screams. The pavement before you is just red with blood and some dismembered bodies.
But let's talk and go. We gotta, because we were told.
But
to
as you
move
do,
quickly.
well, and she does sort of point to the train, and you see that it is destroyed. The track has been bent, and almost exhaustedly, she says, "My plan was to try to take the tracks back, but they can't. They're knocked out." Who are you talking to on the walkie-talkie? He said his name was Tom.
I think so. Yeah. I was a little distracted. A lot going on. I'm not one for names necessarily.
And she kind of says, "Well, look, we're not going to get back the way I came." And she turns to her left, and the area that is, let's see if I can pull it up here without giving anything away.
Well, Tom Sawyer Island was the main island right in the middle, right?
Yeah. Oh, can't really. Let's try that.
Yeah, it's not listed on the map, but I didn't.
So here's
Yeah, but
so
he
here's
said at the
sort of
beginning that was the main island.
Yeah. Here's your
big
path
island.
so far. This big black sort of cross right here is to the left of you as you exit the ride. And she points to it saying that's where she got across. And you see piles and piles of dead bodies and debris essentially blocking your route.
Rin, have you been across? You haven't been to the island yet.
No,
We don't even know who this guy is on the radio. We're going to trust some random guy who says himself that it's not just the zombies we have to worry about. What if he's a marauder? What if we get there and he's going to eat her flesh for the fun of it, not for
Okay,
sustenance?
Chris. Like,
And the
calm
blood
down.
drains from her face, and she
Calm down.
turns. She says, "No, he's right. It's not just zombies.
Well, what else is
There
it? Have you seen it?
There are groups of people, just regular people. They banded together. They're hunting people. They're trying to survive. They're trading. I think people assume that the world has ended, and rather than try to escape this place, they're trying to make it sort of their home."
Like a stronghold.
Yay.
It would be well protected.
I don't know, but I want to get out. To me, this is no place that I want to stay.
Well, we're on the luge run, correct?
You're now outside of the luge run,
Right, because
sort of like
Can one of you bring up the map again? I just want to take a look at it because I think like if we flip over one of the canoe things,
here's where you're
right,
at.
we'll have the oxygen underneath.
So you're literally right here at this photo point, basically.
Right.
And as
So
you
can we
look-
take that luge run right
No,
around that curve and then
You
over?
can, but the curve just goes in a circle. The thing is,
right,
the
right.
luge-
But I'm saying we just get there to get that far.
yeah.
and then
Well,
get
you
out.
look at 29, and there is a raft here.
Right.
It's off a little bit, but it is empty, and that
But if we
would
jumped
get
out of the
you-
luge run as it's going around, we could just clear that little gap, go swim under that pier, and get there. Whereas we could
Well, I
avoid
could
maybe
just-
some.
Or we could just
Yeah, you
lift
can
the
do that.
luge out and ride that across the
The
water.
luge is huge.
Yeah, that'd be really
yeah.
heavy.
Not to mention, they're most of the time they're attached to the tracks because they do that big
Oh.
drop down, right? So they have to be attached to the
Right,
bottom.
yeah.
Oh, are they? Okay, yeah.
Well,
But
then
I'm
you
pretty
die.
sure.
I don't
Is there
know.
no
I've
way,
never been.
based on that map, it looks like we could just like circumvent all the people and just get to the water.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, even so, I mean, from here, it's a straight shot to the
Although
water.
they may, because it's a ride, they probably have really tall walls up there, so you can't just fall
They
in.
do, but you could jump it with enough speed.
But why do we need to even go there? Can we not like go to 33 to get in the water to go?
No, the problem is the boardwalk is destroyed, and the barrier is essentially again between these two trees here. There's it's just basically a path blocking between this tree and this tree. I wish I could
Okay.
draw on this. Actually, maybe
So we actually have to kind of do the luge thing.
well, you don't have to. You could. Well, here I'll just draw on this. This will be easier. So you are standing here. There is a barrier here. This is also destroyed. And what you started basically here. You went through the ride. You ended up here. You jumped down here. You ran across to here. You ran into the building here, and you exited the building here. This is
And we
where
can't just go along the shore line.
yeah, you can go right here.
Yeah.
I just meant that. And there's a bunch of people there though.
No, the zombies are all here,
Oh, let's totally
Okay,
do
well
that.
then,
and there's a few
Yeah.
spots everywhere.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's what I wouldn't it be quicker to go right from, in a sense, that corner where it curves, and then go right into the water from there to the raft.
Realistically, we run closest,
Perfect.
fastest way to the shoreline, whatever
Yeah.
the fastest way is.
Yeah, and as you're talking,
Close
you
up.
do see the zombies starting to turn towards you. So you think instinctively that is the correct answer.
Right.
And
well,
and Lauren turns to you and kind of says, "Okay, I'm with you guys."
And you can
how
swim.
far apart? Can I swim that far?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You each could swim that. And Lauren looks down at sort of the big bulky costume and she says, "Yeah, I think this has had its day anyway." And she kind of holds up and there's like bite marks out of it and claw marks and it's covered in blood and it's weighing her down. So she actually strips it off and she's fully clothed.
I figured.
Justin.
Figured.
That would get bad fast. No, but she drops the costume and the four of you head towards the waterfront. So you begin heading down there, and sure enough, from behind from behind a boulder, a zombie with its bottom half cut off sort of starts clawing up. And I'm going to say,
I feel like I could outrun it.
you're going to. I'm going to say, Justin, roll a dexterity roll.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, I fail.
Okay, so he latches onto the back of your pant leg, and it doesn't hurt you, but it trips you. And you actually fall forward, enough time for him to grab your ass and start climbing up your back.
Ah, damn it.
But
Wish
you
I didn't
and
have
you-
such a booty.
Yeah, as Rin, I imagine, dropped the crowbar to just take off the gloves and everything.
Yeah, she still has it.
I say,
Guys, help.
is she
Help.
hold on to it?
Yeah,
I
and
run up to
she,
the thing and I
I'd
kick
also
it
like to
for-
say that I probably took the walkie with me. I didn't get a chance to say that while you're giving
You
the
did, yeah.
description.
no, you did, and you took the key as well.
Yeah.
And
I just want to try and boot the thing in the face.
perfect. So give me a dexterity roll.
Or vitality?
No, vitality is defense. So you're gonna hit it, right? So dexterity.
That's a tie.
Okay, so that'll go to you. And as you kick it, it sort of swings back. Oh. Lauren already making your stake. So you kick it as its head sort of flies back, and with almost like a baseball bat swing, she claws the end of the crowbar into its skull, so its eye almost pops out hanging, and the crowbar sticks there, and it
Wow, I
dies.
made the eye completely pop out.
And she steps on it with her other foot and pulls the crowbar out, and sort of looks at the three of you. Can I say, that's only the second one I've killed.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
And that's 200% more than us.
And I look at the crowbar and I look at her and I say, "Can you swim with that?"
And she kind of looks down and says, "No," and she hands it to you.
Justin. I hand it to Justin.
I sink like a rock as it is.
Oh,
And then you hand it to Michael, and then she takes it back from Michael. She says,
Well,
"Fair
actually,
enough."
true story. I actually did swim with a large rock once because I found it while I was swimming. I stubbed my toe on it, and I thought that would make a nice end table. So I swam quite a while with it. And there was a little bit of like, I don't know if this is worth it.
But you
But
did
it
it.
did make a nice
Therefore,
end table.
you can carry at least a baby. So there you go. So so there you go. So yeah, so you kill it, and you and then Lauren pulls up her shirt, and with a knife she drags another line across, and that's two. She rips off her sleeves, and she's got like bulging. No.
What kind of people are we attracting to the broodlings?
You know how it is.
I imagine it's the top half that's left, so he doesn't have any pockets or anything to
He's
check.
dead completely. No, he's barren from the chest up. He's shirtless.
Dragged it off.
Yeah, exactly. So the four of you are run down to the waterfront, and again, blood stains on the boards, and there's the controls for the thing with a red light on them, and you see the raft about halfway through, but it sort of swings listlessly, so it looks like it's just a motor on it that would move it.
I want to look for, like, in this station, this launch hut, I want to look for any, like, emergency things, like lifesavers, like buoyant
There's
devices,
mint,
or...
green. There's wintergreen.
Yeah, wintergreen.
Okay. Good.
You know what? And this is funny. I gotta say, I don't think there would be. I think very typical Walt Disney fashion. Everything is very much like mounted. I do know that there are life preservers and stuff on the actual boat, but I'm pretty sure like everything that's on land is sort of just for set.
Well,
so
even
I'm gonna
like
say,
yeah.
Well, they probably have to have one like those pole things. That
I'm still gonna do a chance. I'm still gonna do a chance for sure. But I'm just saying, yeah, I'm gonna say that's a no.
Okay.
There's a negative and clear are going to be no for things like that, and plus will be that there is one. So no life preservers. What else were you looking for?
But they also could have been gone from people
A
trying to
paddle.
get away.
Also true. A paddle?
Like a paddle.
No, I think that would be on the boat as well.
That'd be stuck on. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I roll up my ankles, like my pants on my ankles, so that they can't be grabbed again.
Okay. Good call. And you
I-
see already the snapping turtles in the water as your Achilles tendon is exposed.
No. It's already exposed.
Well, more exposed because you rolled over your pant legs. All right. So you guys are now standing there, and as you do, you see the zombies behind you begin sort of shuffling towards you, down towards the waterfront.
Okay. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
How do you?
And yeah, Lauren is the first to dive into the water, and she swims hand over hand as she makes it, or she starts heading towards the
And
ramp.
because I'm the one with the crowbar, I will purposely run just a little bit slower, make sure those guys get in the water first.
Okay.
Yep.
And a dexterity roll.
Everybody.
Vitality roll.
No.
I
because
put my
you're
skills in the
race.
bottom.
No, vitality will definitely come in handy.
I
rolled
failed.
a 6. I failed.
Okay. And Michael, you succeeded?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Michael, you make it there first. And
With the
Lauren,
I'm gonna run slower, but come on, guys! I'm an old man. You can do this.
well, he tells his rock story, and he's weathered. He's used to carrying everything.
This is nothing. One time I had a rock.
So he gets there first, and Michael, you make your way on it, and you see it's sort of a large motor, a pull start motor, and you see the seats are sort of empty, but again, blood stains, shit stains, piss stains, every sort of bodily function all over. No cum, that'd be weird, but there's a lot of other stains on the boat. Well, maybe, you need black light. But you get there, and the other two, Lauren makes her way there just shortly after, Chris again after, but Justin with a 6. What happens to you? Well, wouldn't you know it? You hear a whoosh, splash in the water behind you. And
Snapping turtle. Giant snapping turtle.
Giant
with a tail?
zombie snapping turtle. No, you make it to the boat as well. You're just last. Because, I mean, what's going to happen in that kind of time? So you get on in the fort.
Use at least. Oh, there was a snapping turtle. No.
And Michael, you head to the motor. Maybe?
Well, yeah.
No.
But
I
I
think
was
we
just
should
say I don't
paddle
want to start
across.
it. I want to look for a
Yeah.
paddle because I don't want to make the noise.
Yes, and sure. And
Like worst case scenario, I would actually like hang on the back of the raft and kick the legs a little
kick
bit.
it. It's a big ass raft, but you could do that. But you do find paddles, no problem. I mean, again, logic, right? There's 1,000% would be paddles on the thing because it legally has to, and it just would make sense. So you grab 2 very massive paddles that click right into either side. You have to sort of each man one, but it's pretty easy to get the thing moving.
Perfect. I want to look across to the island, see if I see any
yes.
fires, any movement.
Clever. Okay. You turn
Logic.
towards the island. What's that?
Never mind. Go on. Go on with your exposition.
So you start heading, and you started doing a surrounding of the island. Are you, or are you just going straight to it?
No, I think going around makes sense. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I
Damn
never
it.
would have thought
Well,
of
that's
that. Thank
actually
you.
that's Lauren's idea. She says, when I passed by that island, I heard sounds. I think maybe if we just scope around first. And you can tell she's nervous. She's shaking a little bit, actually. Like, only because she's now been exposed to this for a long time. And the blue veins are really hurting her neck. No. But you did just blindly trust her, so she could be infected. But anyway, so you start going around, and you're really listening, and you hear the screams in the distance and the fire in the air, and you do see small fires. There actually is a bit of light coming from this island. It looks like it's coming from about here. And as you continue on, you don't make out anything else in the darkness.
What if Chris is right? What if this is just a trap to lure us here?
I was actually wondering, can we not just take this boat right out?
To the ocean? Or to something? No.
Well, just because that waterway goes up, right?
Yeah, no, it is landlocked.
Or should we check out the boat?
Here's your top. So this is what happens.
Oh, okay. Alright. And I would know that if I looked at the map.
Well, even if that's not the case, that's the case now. Because it's a pretty boring episode. And you guys sail away. The end.
That's what. Should we check out the boat? Like, what is the boat? Just like, is it a fake cruise ship, or is it a real like?
Oh, that actual like.
Yeah, is that just?
No, it's a real boat. It's a real boat. It's not there where you would expect it to be. So you might have to search around for it a bit. What you guess? No, actually, you just don't see it.
The way I see it, Mike, there were probably people on that boat when the outbreak happened.
Right. Yeah.
And if one of them turned, then that boat. I don't know. They all could have turned. I mean,
yeah,
I'd be leery.
Okay. Well, again, should we be trusting Tom? I guess, but let's keep going with our little perusal. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, as we keep going around, we don't see any people. We just see some lights and fire.
Yes.
And then I'll go on this little diatribe about.
Well, at least there's no zombies. We would see zombies.
Yeah. Miyamoto Musashi, and how one of his last sword duels, he actually just used a paddle because he was that confident.
Really?
No, it's not the time.
He really did.
And you know what? Lauren's not tired of your shit. So she's like, oh.
I appreciate that.
She's actually happy to see you because you haven't been in a bunch of streams. So she's like, what are you up to? No, but you guys, so you can go to the island, but you do know that the island was really sort of just a way to get to the other side as well. That on the off chance that the paddles weren't on board, swimming to the island, then swimming to 36 or the opposite side would be the easiest. Remember, your goal is to get to the entrance.
I do check gasoline on the boat to see if there's much.
Tough to tell.
Is it a tank?
It is a tank, but it's not a separate tank. It looks like it's sort of in the side
like
of the boat.
Inboard or something.
Yeah,
yes. Because of where they are, they probably wouldn't have an extra tank because they're just right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're stranded. You didn't bring a backup. Fucking walk, bud. No, but but there is something oddly intriguing about the island. There is this sense of calmness to the island, and as you pass by it, you see the large, tall windmill and what looks to be a cavern of sorts, and the old sided buildings, and it seems.
Well, I tell Mike to use the walkie-talkie, and I say maybe we should ask him, to come meet us on the shore so we can at least see him before we get off.
Yeah.
If he's tell him to come meet us, and that way we can make a choice. Take a look at the guy. If we trust him at that point, we can get ashore.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So,
are there any other boats we've seen around the island?
No.
He did tell us to contact him when we got to the island anyway.
Yeah, contact him and see if he can meet us at the shore.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
Okay.
Tom, you there?
Yeah, I am. Michael?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you guys back on land?
We're getting there. We're getting close. Is there a spot on the island on the shore we should meet you?
No, just use the island to get to the other side. All I wanted you to do was get across to the other side without going through the road.
So should we just stay on the raft and make
If you
it
found a
across?
boat, yeah, absolutely. I was thinking you might have to swim across. I figured all the boats would be sunk or
Mike,
destroyed.
tell them there's people on the island. Tell them we saw lights.
Yeah. Sorry, I imagine if. Okay, so, all right, Tom, we did see that there might be more people on the island.
Listen, I'm in here, the overseer's office. I have cameras on the whole park. A lot of them are knocked out. Unfortunately, there are no cameras on that island. I want to save as many people as possible. If you think it's a chance that someone on there could need rescue, look, I can't force you to do anything, but it might be worth checking it out. It could be a bunch of kids that are stranded there.
And as you see,
Oh my God, they're gonna.
you do see Lauren she sort of gets the sympathetic eyes and sort of looks towards the three of you. Guys, if there's kids there.
Yeah, they could kill the pig, cut its throat, spill its blood.
Look, guys, I'm not telling you what to do. Just call me when you get onto land. When you get to the Liberty. When you get to not Liberty Square. When you get to 36 on the map, call me. Okay?
Wait.
When you get
Is that where you are?
No. I'm in the command center. I'm viewing all the stuff. That's when I have camera access back
He's
in
at the
Liberty
most
Square.
boring ride. The
Where
whole
is-
presidents.
Where is the command center? That's what I'm wondering. Where is the overseer's office?
Listen,
What's the big picture here?
no offense, guys. I'm happy to guide you out of here, but I don't exactly trust you. I haven't actually had visual confirmation just yet, and there are a lot of people running around this park claiming it as their own. I'm not
Fair
really
enough.
going to reveal my location just yet. Put it this way. I got information. I want to help out as many people as possible. You can trust me or you don't have to.
And he gets his back up a little bit. I don't know why. It's kind of a dick.
Yeah, kind
That's
of a dick.
okay.
Eh? Oh,
It's
I
a
see.
stressful day for
I
everybody.
was still pressing the. I was still pressing the button. Sorry.
She says, "Oh yeah, fuck you." So anyway, so he cuts. So you hear him.
Check the other channels to see if there's any. The emergency channel. I think it's like 3. I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them is an emergency channel that'll broadcast if there's emergency. Just click through the channels to see if anything else is going on.
Absolutely.
And Lauren.
Well,
Lauren,
we're still
perks up.
rolling, right? So
Yeah. Well, Lauren perks up. She says, "No, I found one of those as well. This guy wasn't talking at the time, but I tried all the channels. They're only park centric. These aren't regular walkie-talkies. They're channeled for the park. I think they do 99% of the communications on them."
okay, guys, I'm going to
We gotta get to the island. If there's kids, we gotta help them.
absolutely, but I just want to let you know, I'm gonna have to incur some huge roaming fees, and just see if we can contact the outside world on my.
Yeah, you all have your cell phones, by the
You
way.
brought your cell phone to Disney World.
And Lauren perks up
Well,
and
what
says, "You have your
do I
cell
take
phone still?
Snapchats with.
I lost my cell phone forever ago. I didn't know you guys still had it.
Mine was
Why weren't
soaked.
you Snapchatting?"
Mine's not working. It's soaked.
Yeah. Well, yours is a terrible phone anyway.
Yeah.
Guys, I got a
So is
brick.
We use it as a weapon.
Well, yours is broken, but it works.
I take mine out of the plastic bag because I knew that we'd be going on water rides.
The condom.
Smart. Okay, and you turn it on,
Ziploc, not just for drugs.
but also for drugs.
I'm pretty sure that's how they advertise now.
So you turn on your phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you do? Post
Well,
on the stream.
Post on
LOL,
the
guys.
stream.
LOL.
I don't know. Like, what do you want to look at? What should we look for? World news? Just type it in.
We'll call
Florida.
home to make sure
Florida
everyone's
news.
okay.
Okay. Before
Well, I
you
wanna
do
see-
anything,
More than just.
Before-
Yep.
before you call, I just want to throw it out there. I mean, I don't know how prophetic he was, but have you ever read Stephen King's Cell? Just
I don't
because we're like
No.
in this situation,
I've seen the
basically,
movie.
it's the cell phones that start the zombie apocalypse. So I'm just gonna stand over here. While you do your thing.
Fair. That's
crazy,
fair.
Gus.
So just
To
keep
take a
that in
step
mind.
back. That's
That's fair,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Stand on the other side of the boat also.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly Google like Florida events today or what's going on in Florida
And
today.
you turn on your thing, and it's not that you can't get a signal. And that's the really weird part.
It's just that there's nothing.
It's that the web pages. When you boot up your internet or whatever, it's something you've never seen before. It's almost like a distress page. It just says, and it's written actually in every language. It's sort of just scrolled through. It's about, well, you know, however many languages there are. It's just very, very long.
5.
You have 5 languages. That's it. So it's just 5.
That's it. There's 5 languages.
5 languages, and it says, you know, the web pages that you're trying to reach cannot be, you know, this is emergency broadcasting. It's kind of weird, and you sort of just glaze over it because I don't really want to make up what it says, but it's not working.
All right, so then I will try to text. I will text Amanda. I will message Kiara. I will text Keisha and just see if there's any responses, and then just be like, "Do you guys want to try anyone?"
No, I got no one to.
And all your text messages go. All your text messages go. Whoop, and then do that little warning where they didn't send. Whoop.
Well, that's fantastic. All right.
But your phone still has a light. It still has a compass. It still has all the useful things on it.
Do you guys think Harlan meant for this to happen?
Meanwhile, I'm at home just laughing. Make fun of me for saying sure enough.
Well, we have to get on the island. Okay, so we have no choice. We got to see if there's any kids. If there's not, we'll quickly get back on, and no harm, no foul.
So you row up to the
Do we have a way to tie off the...
Yeah, you tie off your arms and stick some heroin. You know, you do tie. There are large ropes there, and you tie off. And as you kind of creak up to the board, the island is eerily quiet. The park, even in the distance at this night, you know, you can hear what almost sounds like gunfire. You don't want to say that because we're Canadian. We never hear guns fire, but it sounds like almost a rat-a-tat, maybe fireworks or something. Again, you smell burning in the distance, burning plastics, and the sky is overcast, or sorry, it's bright and beautiful and dark. Screams, but not the island. The island is alive with, you know, chirping crickets and peace. And you step off the boat onto the dock, and Lauren sort of turns to you guys and says, if there's kids here, we need to find them and help them.
Okay, let's not go too far from the shore, though. Let's not get turned around. So I start making my way inland.
And she stops you and says, actually, wait, if we're going to get these kids off this island, shouldn't we park the boat on the other side so that we can get off on the island?
You're absolutely right.
She sort of realized and says, look, I can manage this. I'll move the boat around to the other side. You guys check what you want, and I'll bring it. No,
I think we all go together, and then we can work our way.
And she's thankful you say that. And she says, okay, good. and Mycl, you help her bring the boat around. And Chris and Justin, you guys are left on the island to die.
Okay.
You either can all get back on the boat or you want.
No, we're doing things together here.
Bring it around and then make her in and detour out.
Perfect. So you get onto the other side of the island, and now you're sort of in front of a big building, white sides, peaked roof. It's a beautiful island, and the buildings are all beautiful in Disneyland. The building is closed. The doors are shut. What's so funny? They are beautiful, okay?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's like a nice quote of the night. The buildings are all beautiful in Disneyland.
They are. We're selling
one thing away from that.
Disney Cruises.
I like
Invictus Stream, brought to you by Disney Cruise.
What can I say? Do they overprice? Absolutely. Is every shop filled with merchandise and they should fuck off? I totally agree. But everything else is golden. It's a freaking gorgeous place. So anyway, you step off the boat onto the docks. And again, that crackling fire almost seems nearer from this side. And just up the hill, you can see it illuminating the trees. How do you want to proceed?
Slowly, crawl.
Cautiously. The whole way there. I'm going to crouch until...
Okay, side story. When I was in the reserves, we did have to do 2 kilometers on our stomach. So...
At my old school.
However, that said, I did go over a wasp nest and through poison ivy. And the next morning I woke up completely swollen. I couldn't see. I couldn't bend any limbs, and they rushed me to the hospital.
So roll for wasp nests.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy that they make you do
It was terrible. It was
Okay,
terrible.
Jesus, that's a long time on your stomach.
It was.
I'll stay back with the boat because Michael, if you go ahead,
In American terms, that's almost 1 mile.
ooh,
Whoa.
if you
2.2
go ahead,
kilometers is a mile, I think, right?
you can see if it's safe. I'll stay with the boat, maybe with one other person, and then we'll be ready to.
And
cast
Lauren
off if
sort
it
of
is-
nods. I'll
Yeah.
stay by the boat as well.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Okay, so Michael, you go down on your chest and you start crawling. Chris,
I will walk beside Michael.
okay. Why not?
Okay, at least crouch so you don't have such
Yes,
a
I will
profile. In
crouch.
it.
I just think I don't want to be prone. Yeah.
You can burpee. You can get up quick.
For sure. That's true.
And too weird. And you guys start heading up the hill, and you get to near where the fire is, and you just see a pile of debris burning brightly. No one seems to be around it, but there is a cave off to the right a little bit, sort of tucked in behind trees. You see an opening to a cave. And what did I roll? I forgot. I think there was a 3. And Chris, you're walking, and as you come into the light of the fire, you hear something from the cave. Help! Help!
Hey, didn't Tom Sawyer get stuck in a cave? Is this maybe one of those robotic things?
Could be. You read a lot more than I do. You know, like, because you read.
I can't remember. Are you okay? I call out.
What?
No, my kids, they need help quickly.
Weren't you the one paranoid of other people?
I'm still paranoid. I'm still thinking.
All right.
I see if there's a stick or something I can grab. Like a big.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a little less probably. You can grab something from like the fire.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe
Like a
that
log or
much, like
something.
a leg of a chair.
Nice. Chair leg.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go see, because that's what we're here for. And I walk ahead, ready to swing at anything that comes out.
Okay. And the two of you approach the cave.
Well, I think I would go, oddly enough, I think I would probably go see if I could get up on top of the cave and look in from the top.
Okay, so the way the cave is designed, it's relatively tall, but it sort of goes up on a stoop. And Michael,
Okay.
give me a logic roll.
Well, that's not going to help me. Bye.
Well, there's no spot hidden. or anything
Okay,
like that,
all right.
So I don't really know.
That's
All right.
fine.
If I go in the cave, do I see anybody?
So you enter the cave.
Yeah.
Okay, so you enter the cave, and you feel a smack on the back of your head as you tumble forward.
Mike.
Was it me?
No.
Chris, go on without me.
No. And as you tumble forward and you let out a yelp, Michael, you see 2 men from the bushes stand up and run towards the entrance of the cave.
Man, come on.
Now,
Like
they
I was
sort
sort
of
of ready to swing, and I got.
You were,
Okay.
but you also literally walked into an ambush. Like you're like, I'll walk in.
Okay.
The 2 guys came behind, and they're actually surprised by you, thinking that there was only 1 or maybe 2 men were being led into the cave. So they begin running towards the cave to sort of swoop in behind, and they run into you. And one is about maybe a late 30s guy, sort of thinning hair. He's got a thin build, and he sort of has a bit timid eyes. The other is a bit more burly, darker hair, but a bit older as well. And Chris, as you tumble forward, you take one physical stress, and a little bit of blood starts coming from the back of your head. You still have it in your hand, and you see in the shadow, you hear the guy standing over you being like, "Give me your fucking money." Or not money. Give me your fucking supplies. Well, I was trying to think of what I wrote it in advance. I was like, what would they be asking for? And I never came to a solution. So he just says, "Fucking give it to me."
Do I have time to take a swing back at him?
You can stand up. I don't know. It's kind of tough. If you want to, you can try like maybe barreling forward or something. I mean, if you stand, he's sort of standing over you with something heavy, like a baseball bat. So
Whoa,
No, no.
I have nothing. You can see I have nothing on me. I literally have a stick. You can have my stick.
Cool. Let's do empathy.
Oh, it's quiet on the island, you said, right?
Unfortunately,
It was
I
very
failed.
quiet. Okay, so he says, "I'll fucking take it then," and I'll let you roll vitality instead of him dexterity, or I can't remember how combat works. So, and I know you said your vitality is high, so let's let you roll vitality.
I tied it.
Okay, so you don't take any damage, but you don't like get his weapon away. But you do manage to sort of sit forward as he tries to swing, and it takes the speed out of his swing. And you sort of stop his baseball bat before he can get a good enough swing. And he sort of wrestles with you as you kind of hold on to it. Mike, the two guys run at you, and they sort of stop for a second. And at this time, I'll sort of give
so
you.
there's like 2 guys on Chris, 2 guys on me?
So yeah, basically.
I thought there was like just the 2 guys.
No, here, let me
Okay.
put it. Oh shit.
Okay.
Let me
that's
put it
fine.
this way. Well, here, let me draw it out so it's crystal. Brr, 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 brr. It's going to be a very blurry map, but this is where we're at. So let's just say this is the cave entrance. Chris sort of walked in here, and you said you were going to go look around. So you started walking up here. When Chris walked in, the guy was hiding sort of on the inside of the cave, and he
Right.
knocked him on the head. In their plan, the 2 guys who were kind of in the brush stood up here and started to run down, but they ran into you, basically.
Gotcha.
And it sort of looks like a penis, so that's good.
Yeah.
Am I able to hear any of this, seeing as it was so quiet?
Let's
before?
give a roll, and you know what? I'll let Lauren roll too, unless you guys were talking,
No.
which I hope so. It'd be awkward, just like, so what the fuck?
Oh my god.
So she has good listener as one of her features, so I'm going to give her a bonus die, and that succeeds. So
Oh.
you're sitting there, and Lauren perks up and says, I think I just heard someone yelp. I think Chris just yelled.
Okay. And I grab one of the oars.
And she grabs the other.
Yep. And I say, let's go.
And you guys book it up the hill.
Tying off the boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mycl, so your turn to act.
Yep. Okay, guys. Let's not be hasty here. We're just
Get him, Mike.
here to try to help people.
Get him, Mikey.
Get him, Mike.
So I am just gonna let them
Okay.
act first, give them the opportunity to act first,
Give me an empathy roll.
because that's actually what you want to do when you're doing more than one person combat. You want to use them to get in the way of the other person.
So Mike doesn't actually want us peaceful. He just wants to make
No.
sure. Give me an empathy roll. Give me 2
Yeah.
die.
Okay,
Both,
sorry.
yeah, because it's 2 people. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, so I passed on both.
Nice. Do you have any bonuses to your features for your empathy?
I do, open-minded and accepting.
Listen, I know you guys are gay.
And
I am
that's fine.
open-minded and accepting.
Absolutely. Like,
So 2 successes?
yes. So
Okay.
this is like we're already in enough trouble. There's no reason for anyone to get unnecessarily hurt. That was my nephew in there. I just want to make sure he's okay, and then we can leave you be. Or like we can help you get out of here. Whatever you want. We just want to make sure everyone's okay.
So, okay, I'm going to have the one guy, the timid, thin-looking guy, buys it hook, line, and sinker. And you can already tell he was sort of weary about this. I mean, he's been awake for 10 hours of zombie feasting or 12 hours of it. And you think maybe they've done this before and maybe they've killed someone or something, you know. So he's sort of had enough. And he turns to the other guy and says, James, man, this isn't what I signed up for. This is fucked up. I don't want to start killing people to take their shit. And James, the bigger guy, sort of turns to him as well, but he's still got that a bit of anger, but you can see it behind him as well.
James,
And he
listen.
kinda says,
And I show them the walkie as they're looking.
Yeah.
We got a link to the park. We can work together to get out of here.
okay, and James sort of for a second just takes a step back. Chris, you're holding the bat as this guy kind of pulls it out of your hand and he goes to swing again.
I want to
sorry, I
sort of
guess it's
move in closer so we can't actually swing, like move towards the bat.
Okay.
And I mean, I want to hook my hand around his head and just knee the crap out of him if I can.
Okay, well, you're still sort of sitting. So if you want to sort of
Oh,
get
I'm on the
up at
ground.
him-
Right.
Yeah. If you want to get up to him, yeah,
No,
I'll let you
if
do
that's the
that.
case, I would try to get my feet in between the bat, like keep putting my feet between me and him. So at least if he's swinging at me, he's only swinging at my feet. Like I keep moving myself around so he can't get a body shot.
Okay, so give me
Hey,
a
I don't want
dexterity.
any trouble. Don't. And that's all
Well,
I
here's
got.
your options. You can try to like actually physically get between them, and that'll be dexterity. Or you can say you don't want trouble, and you can try an empathy roll.
I'll just physically move around until I can't, just to try to stay out of the way.
Okay, so go dexterity then.
Natural one.
Nice. Okay, so you manage to get your feet sort of between him, and he actually keeps the bat forward a bit, giving you a chance to sort of lock your arms around it. And between your feet pushing off his chest and the bat in your arms, you actually have a lot of leverage to literally just sort of push off and pry the bat from his hands as he gets thrown back against the wall.
Okay.
And Justin and Lauren. So you guys make it up to the fire. And as you make it up to the fire, you see in the distance, well, it's not too far now, actually. I guess you'd see probably Mycl first with two men in front of him.
So I gesture to Lauren to like stay down, and then I start crouching and walking
And she crouches as well.
forward. And I'm trying to like get to like,
You though.
yeah. So I want to just get to a position where I can hear what's going on before interjecting.
Okay,
So like
And-
behind a tree or something where I'm hidden.
perfect. And she sort of does the same. And she begins kind of walking over to it. And we'll do a test for stealth. You do one too, Justin. Let's see if Lauren failed alone.
I failed as well.
Okay, so interesting. Let's see how these guys.
Actually, that's true. Actually, I feel like I would have left the crowbar with Lauren because
Okay.
I would feel like she would need it more than I would.
Okay, so she does have it. So then she would have left the paddle then. So you guys failed. So James, and again, the other guy is sort of sold. And he's like, okay. But James sees the two people approach now.
Right.
And
I guess in the firelight.
yeah, because you guys, yeah. Well, I mean, they were sort of in a really good position to just see you guys approaching, unfortunately, because that was sort of their plan, right? And you see his eyes sort of flick back to you, Mycl, after looking at them. And I'll give you another chance if you want to empathize or what.
Okay,
'Cause
sure.
you see the wheels turning in his head.
Okay, and I'll kind of turn because I caught that glimpse and look, see it's them. It's like, it's okay, guys, we're okay. Just maybe go check on Chris. We're okay. And again, I'll turn back to James and be like, James, we're not here to hurt anyone.
And you see the man next to James turn and say,
we just came because we thought maybe there were children and we were going to try to get them out. Like I said, we only came because we want to help.
and you see the other guy turn to James too and says, James, it's not fucking worth it. We've killed people already, man. There are bodies buried back there. Are you kidding me? Let it go. And I'm going to give you another.
Sorry, what are they holding?
They're holding weapons.
Yeah.
I can't think of what you'd
Yeah.
find.
Yeah, so I got it too.
Okay, so yeah, you succeed. And literally without saying anything, James just turns to the other guy and they both book it in the opposite direction.
Well, okay. If they don't want help, that's fine. That's up to them. And I turn and be like, you guys okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Good.
Where's Chris?
Get in the cave. Chris was hurt.
Okay, and I run in.
Yeah,
with the.
You bolt into the cave to see Chris holding the baseball bat and the guy sort of against the wall, like this. No,
Chris holding the baseball bat.
Chris has the baseball bat.
Oh,
No,
nice.
please don't. Please don't.
Not in the face. Not in the face.
No, but
Hey, we didn't come here for trouble.
you see the guy
We're gonna leave
and
now.
he's like very much nervous and he's sort of crying and you see his face is gaunt and he's got dried blood on his face and he's just kind of eyeing you guys, expecting death.
And I literally just back out of the cave with the baseball bat. I said, they attacked me, but we have this now.
Come with me if you want to live.
Leave him. He's
Seriously? Chris, come on.
he hit me with a baseball bat.
I understand. It doesn't like.
No, you
when the
don't. You
situation
weren't hit
reversed-
with a baseball bat.
No, I apologize. You're right. I'm just saying. And I talked to him. We go, "What's your name?"
And the guy's like, Mike. It's like, "My
Hey,
name's
Mike. Ditto. How many of you are there?
There were 10 of us at the beginning. There's 4 of us now.
4 of us. All right. Are you settled somewhere? Do you have supplies?
Are you going to kill me or what?
Not at all. What we want to do is, if you guys want out, that's where we're headed.
What the fuck, though? Wait. You hit Chris with the baseball bat. You hit this guy with the baseball bat. How many other people have you hit with baseball bats? How many other people have you killed?
Okay.
Why should we help this guy out?
Justin, look around you. Look around you.
What? This
It's
doesn't
crazy,
explain
right?
why he should kill people.
No, it doesn't. They're paranoid. Fear. It's a terrible motivator.
Right.
Chris.
I understand, Mike. But we're not hurting him. We are just making sure that he doesn't hurt us.
Correct.
We're not giving him the opportunity. He can swim across the same way we did. We don't even know where we're going is safe. So I would rather have people I trust than someone who snuck up behind me and hit me with a baseball bat because I was trying to help a kid.
And yet, are we not going to be stronger with more?
Not necessarily.
maybe
Not
if
if
we
it's
could
someone who's
trust
going to
him.
be
Backstab.
undermine our plans. I mean,
What if we use them as food for the zombies? No, I would. Okay,
And,
I'm going to go majority
Lauren's just
rule. And I'm
standing
going to be
there.
like,
Hold on,
okay.
Lauren's just standing there, and she's sort of looking at the 3 of you, and she's like, "Nah, fuck him."
Okay.
She's like, "Listen, we don't know how many people these assholes killed. They could have killed kids." And she
You're right.
looks down at him, and she just kind of scowls and shakes her head and walks out.
I'll go with you guys. I trust you. Mike, good luck. And I will back out. I'm not going to turn my back to him.
Yeah, no, and he just starts crying as you guys back out.
Oh, what's wrong, little Mikey? Life's not going well. No, just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
And just so you know, that's not just me. That's not just me playing Lauren.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm an
As
accurate.
I said, I'm excited. I'm happy she's here because she's the smartest one out of us all. So
That's true. This is very true.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys back out, and it's solemn. It's quieter now, and something feels weird, and you begin walking back down to the boat.
so already we've been tricked into I really hope this guy we're going to is going to help us. Maybe we should just leave the park completely.
well, again, we're not necessarily going to him. He was just guiding us out.
Listen,
All right.
the people here, like I said, they're trying to fuck with you. I don't know if this Tom guy is helping us or hindering us, but all I know is right now we don't have any other options. And Lauren sort of solemnly walks, and you can see a little piece of her like giving up. And you know Lauren from the stream. She's someone who, you know, she's not dumb, but she believes in the best in people. Yeah, she's bright and all that kind of stuff. And you can tell that this cynical side of her is sort of necessary in this world now. And she sort of heads to the boat, and she locks in the oar, and she's like, "Let's keep moving."
So it looks like, I say, just to move things along, it looks like if we go straight across, we're going to be connecting with a path. But if we're able to skirt around the back or even through this building up here on the north, whatever that is, then that will take us like around a back path towards, where are we going, 39?
Well, 36 is the next dock that you can kind of see clear. 37 is pretty much on fire.
Yeah.
From what you can see.
Where did Tom want us to go again?
He recommended you. Oops. He recommended you, and I have you back on here. Oops.
Oh, my numbers are different.
Oh, docking here.
And that's on fire.
No, this is all on fire.
Oh, gotcha. What's that building in the top?
Here? That's
Yeah.
Tim the Tower.
Tim the Tower? And what's
I
next?
had an alternate version where you guys
That's the
did.
haunted mansion, isn't it? Beside it?
No, that's Rapunzel's tower.
No, the one beside it.
No, next
No, that is to be announced.
the
left
other
one.
way. The other way.
Oh, this?
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I think that's the haunted mansion.
No,
2038.
I don't think the haunted mansion
You
is
go
in
through
that.
the haunted mansion. Yeah, 38.
It's not in.
haunted mansion.
Oh, does it actually
Not
say
in this
that?
world. Yeah, take a spine-tingling tour of this dark.
My
haunted
favorite part of the whole Disney experience.
Okay,
Damn,
maybe you can go there.
holograms.
This is the 37. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, we can always go there.
But either way, if he told us to go to 38, I'd probably or 36, I'd probably be like, okay, let's
At least scope it out.
scope it out. Yeah.
Because again, we
Okay.
can do
Right
scoping
across.
from
So
the boat.
you head on the boat and you begin across the water. And again, you're more solemn now. The party's quieter. And you get off the boat. And as you do and you tie it up, the PA system of the park crackles on. When you arrived, it was playing music, a jolly tune, something mystical and fantastic and joyful. And you hadn't noticed that it's been off this entire time. But as soon as you land, it crackles on. And through the PA you hear, "It's a world of laughter, a world of tears." And it locks off again. And your radio crackles.
Michael,
Yeah, Tom.
did you hear that?
I assumed that was you.
No, it echoed through the whole park. I got on every comm. Look, you guys need to get to safety. I'm looking at you on the monitors right now. Wave.
And you can see up to your left, there's a blinking red camera up the top of between 36 and 41.
Listen, you need to backtrack a little bit. You need to get to Adventureland, and there's a clear path going back that way. There is a massive horde coming to you from 40. A massive horde. You need to swing south, southwest. Get moving now. Now, listen. I'm gonna cut. They're pushing on my door here. Look, you can take the long way, or you can head through. You can head through the Bear Jamboree. I haven't heard anything from there in a while, except the show keeps running hourly, regardless of attendance. You need to backtrack. Get to. Fuck. Head through the Jamboree. I'll contact you in a minute.
On our way. Thanks, Tom.
And as you hang up the phone, you see a horde turn the corner and begin walking towards you, almost in a sweeping motion. The leaders are walking almost faster, larger zombies, and they're heading from this direction. This is all sort of walled off and on fire, and they're heading here. And down here, you see the sign for Country Bear Jamboree.
Well, let's head there.
So you step out of the dock as you begin heading tentatively down, and the frontline zombies snap their necks towards you, and a screech echoes through the night. And they start running. 3 zombies begin running as the 4 of you book it as fast as you can down the waterfront. And everybody's going to have to roll dexterity.
Oh shoot! Oh yes.
Uh-oh.
No good. No good.
No good for Rin either. Chris, Justin?
I'm
good.
good. Succeed.
Okay, so you guys head off. Michael, you stumble a little bit, and you actually see Lauren trip and fall, and she stops. And she takes a physical stress as the zombies continue barreling down on her.
Pick her up.
So
Help
you
her up.
head back, and you grab her, and you pull her up, and you can do a combined dexterity roll again. 2 dice now.
Both fails.
Can I
Okay, so
swing at the nearest zombie who's gonna to try to buy them a little bit more time? The head zombie that comes.
you
to
can
swing
head back if you want, yeah. But you're
Yeah, I'll do
you're
that.
taking out the lead now. You have to head back.
I see Mike go back, and I see him trying to help up, and I see a zombie barreling down on him, and I go run back, and I try to take a swing to knock that one off its feet.
Perfect. Give me a dexterity roll. I'll give you 2 die too. 2 positives.
Fail and a fail. Because I thought vitality would matter.
Why would vitality? You know I'm not. You know it's dexterity to hit.
I know. All right.
Okay. This is like you're blaming me. I'm like, I didn't make this up. So you go heading back, and unfortunately, the blood on the ground is still wet, and you slip a little bit, and you still swing, but you just get over his head. But you do manage to sort of turn around so he's not grabbing you, and you begin running again. Mycl, you went back for Lauren, but you tripped as well, and the two of you almost stayed put for a second as she sort of struggles to push forward out of your arms. And this time does make it, and she pushes past you and begins running as well. Mycl, give me another dexterity, and Chris, now you give me another dexterity. This time, negative die to each of you as well, so roll 2.
I passed on both.
Perfect.
I failed on both.
Okay, so you passed and failed Mycl, and you failed Chris, because the negative dice is unless it cancels out. So, Mycl, you begin running, but just as you do, you feel a claw down your back scrape you for one physical stress, cutting through your thin Invictus shirt. And Chris, you actually slip on the blood, straight down fall, and a zombie jumps right on you and squeezes his claws deep into your skin, and you are now trapped under a zombie. And Justin, you're at Country Bear Jamboree.
The scariest part of the whole movie.
I turn around. No, I'm like running, and I think I'm running next to someone, and then I get there, and then I realize that I'm not with my friends.
You're just
running next to someone else. No, I would go back. I would go back as well.
Okay, so you turn around and you run to whom?
Chris.
So you bolt right past them towards the zombie. In the meantime, Chris, roll vitality to see if the zombie bites you.
Natural 1.
He does not bite you. In fact, he kind of goes with all of his might into it, and you deke your head, and he literally smashes his own head on the cement, killing him instantly.
Thank you.
You push him off as Justin runs up right next to you and grabs you by the hand. Justin, give me 2 dexterity dice. Both positive.
1 is a success.
Perfect. You grab him and pull him up as the two of you begin running towards Country Jamboree. Now, at this point, the 2 zombies are almost side by side, so you'll both have to give me 1 more dexterity roll. I know, but you went back. Like, you each went back twice.
No, I'm just thinking, run faster, Pam. Run faster, Pam. They're chasing you, Pam. Chris knows what that is.
I don't.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, P90X.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right. Hey, success. I'm good.
Success. So the two of you bolt, and you get there just as Lauren and Mycl head into the Country Jamboree doors. You two barrel in, and Mycl's already pushing a large vending machine in front of the door, which falls over with a crash because Mycl is dedicated, and Lauren's helping as well. And the zombies pound on the door, but it does not move as you're standing at the top of a long sort of staircase with seats all lining down towards a curtain-drawn stage, and the 4 of you stop to catch your breath. Jesus, fuck. Why were they so fast? Lauren says.
28 days later.
And I show my shoulder to the other guys and say, one of them scratched me. Do you think I'm going to turn?
Chris, relax. Remember, from what we've seen, they have to bite.
And Lauren nods, says, yeah, they have to bite to turn you. And she says it, and you can see her starting to tear up, and she turns
I also
around.
Show Chris my back and show that I was scratched too.
And Lauren's really upset, but that's cool.
Lauren, are you all right?
No, she's fuck it. Don't worry about her. Her husband probably died, but that's fine.
She's just emotional because the 2 guys from the Invictus stream got scratched, okay?
Yeah. It's a tragic event.
Just sad that Harlan's not here helping.
Okay. It's calm now. We're safe for now. We can hear the banging of zombies on the door.
Tell Tom we're here. See if you can contact him.
Well, hold on, guys. How's everyone doing? How's everybody holding up? You know,
And Lauren, she does look like there are tears in her eyes. She said, John didn't make it. He got bit. And she turns away and she says, but I other than that, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Lauren.
It's okay. And she goes and she sits down at one of the top steps.
Well, let me put this well, let me say this at least. I'm really glad that if this was going to happen, that I'm here with you guys, that I have all of you to keep me going.
Okay, bring it in, guys. Bring it in. Let's take a moment.
And the three of you hug it, and Lauren comes in from the outside too and hugs.
And I was like, no, Invictus members.
It's like, I know I'm not a Harlan replacement, but I feel like I could be.
Yeah, do you have 10 XP on you? Because otherwise you have to wait.
And as you're sitting there, you sort of take a good moment, and well done, Justin, to sort of recap, the emotional toll this is all taking. And you step back, and Lauren says, I've been in Disneyland before, but I've never been to Country Bear Jamboree. What is it? And as she says that, lights fill the room, and the large curtain pulls back. Welcome to Country Bear Jamboree. And these large mechanical animals begin playing their songs as they turn and lurch forward. Country Bear
anxiety.
Jamboree! And the place fills with life but the suits are all like torn and mangled and covered in blood and bile, and like people have stapled things on them. And you realize that people have called this place home, but right now they don't seem to be here. And the music fills the area as you begin walking down the steps. Hopefully.
Who turned it on?
He said it goes on every hour, regardless of.
The hordes are going to hear it, though. For sure, they're coming this way.
Yeah, but they might also be used to it. If it goes on every hour, the hordes are used to it.
That's true.
Sure.
But still, there's got to be a way to turn it off.
You hear him, and there's a little guy on the end of the stage. And he's
just close
freaky.
your eyes, Chris. Just close your eyes.
Even better. Here, we'll just do this. This is what fucking pops up.
If you can't say something,
Oh, it's so creepy.
Boys. Okay, now, boys, if you just stop.
And this thing, but unfortunately, the face is sort of torn off, and it starts talking. And this whole band comes on stage, and they're all
the scariest
all out of
thing you've
tune.
done.
And they're all playing as you walk down the steps. I'm not gonna do it in case it gets copyright flagged. I don't want to fill the video with it.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so you start heading down the steps, and you're all sort of looking around cautiously. And there's this eeriness to a world of ravage outside, and this sort of weird, happy music animatronically playing. And as you head down the steps, you do see the creatures are sort of starting to slow.
Good.
What once was a upbeat folk tune turns into a death knell march. Creepy.
So what the fuck are you doing?
So how do we get out of here? Where do we go? And I start looking around, looking for any exits or bathrooms or.
Yeah, and you do see the stage sort of, although it looks like a backdrop, it also looks like there could be a door behind it. But you have to pass the mechanical creatures, which are sort of now moving, but then sputtering every once in a while.
As we're going through, I'm also going to be looking for like fire extinguishers, first aid kits.
Yes, there's none exposed at the front, but you guess whatever backstage leads, there's going to be something at least back there.
Okay. Well, let's go. And
I'm going to stop and actually want to read some of the things that are stapled on the bears.
Yeah, so you head up, and the things that are stapled on the bears are disturbing, to say the least. And the color drains from your face as you read them, because they don't seem to be handwritten. Rather, they're pages from the Bible. Certain passages highlighted and circled, scribbled on to sort of, highlight different areas, mainly about revelations and things like that. And they're stapled, and pieces of the flesh or the fur exposing the metal innards are sort of ripped off the creature. And from the point of view of the bears, now that you're on stage, you turn around and you realize that the audience chairs, the ones that were sort of backlit with the light of the stage and you didn't really see when you were coming down, a lot of them are stained with wet you know, their seats are red, but what you can only imagine is blood from the smell. And it's almost cast into a large cross, the seats. And you see the remnants of tape and the remnants of burned flesh onto them. And you realize that hours and hours and hours ago, people were either murdered or killed or burned alive, strapped to these chests while watching whatever was on this stage perform whatever it was meant to perform. And your blood runs cold as you see the stage door entrance with a large cross painted on it, except the cross is upside down.
Oh, well, I was good up until that point.
Guys, are you coming? I say as I'm up on the stage and
Yeah.
Right behind you.
Yep.
What'd you see, Mike? Anything? What are those things stapled to the bears?
Nothing. No, I tell you, it's scripture. Scripture with certain passages highlighted. So I don't know if you want to take time to see the ones that are highlighted, but and I point to the audience and show them the chairs and say, like,
That happened before the zombie outbreak. Had to. Otherwise, why would the seats be filled?
that makes sense. Unless it was also, again, cultists do weird things.
Like self-sacrifice?
Self-sacrifice in a sense to, or at least volunteer to sacrifice to end the apocalypse.
Or bring it on?
And I show them the upside down cross and be like, if it's...
No, it's to bring on the apocalypse. The upside down, that's it. The Antichrist.
Normally.
So do you think they were trying to... Maybe they started the apocalypse?
It's possible. Let's, but you see all that, Justin? Lauren?
And Lauren sort of just shakes her head and says, I don't need to. And she pushes through the back door.
I don't know what to say, guys. It's been less than 10 hours, and people have already gone fucking nuts. And I turn and I follow her in.
And as you head to the back, Lauren is first in, and you're in right after Justin. And the smell hits you first. It's almost a rotting, festering smell. But what you see is something that chills you to the bone, and anyone seeing it gains a mental stress. What you see is a large stone wall with a corpse with no bottom half. His innards have been sort of cut out with only his spine touching the back wall and his two hands chained to the wall. And claw marks all into the wall on the other side. And below him, maybe 5 or 6 zombies still slowly reaching up and grabbing bits out. But you can see they've been doing it for hours and hours, trying to get more each time, but nothing. And in bright red blood painting, it says above him, World of Fear. God save Father Braden, Bredin. And it says it above and below him on the wall as these sharp lights sort of accentuate him. But for now, the zombies actually don't see you. And as you step in, you step into a sort of a pile of dead carcass. And Lauren, wide-eyed, looks back at you, Justin. And for a second, you see something flick through her mind. And she reaches down and she grabs some of the guts and rubs it on her face.
And I do the same.
I see what they're doing, and I said, well, I've seen what... Yeah. I try to not vomit as I do it.
And it's tough, and you take another mental stress.
Yeah,
and one of you should at least have a mental resistance at this point.
I have a resistance. What would be a good mental resistance in this?
Iron stomach. Or a mental resistance, grotesque sights, maybe, or something. I don't know. Well, you know, it doesn't really matter because I guess regardless,
I
it's just
I can use pragmatic.
pragmatic.
To do.
You can try to, sure. You'd be like, yeah, people die. Okay, so yeah, you bathe yourselves in the blood of the fallen. It sounds so epic. And you and Lauren actually leading the way, and she does this like she's done it before, and you realize that the blood she appeared in with the costume wasn't her own. It was this. The only difference was she rubbed it on the costume rather than put it on her own skin. So you see when she walks down with a certain amount of confidence, you see this has worked before. And it actually fills you with a bit of understanding and maybe a bit of hope at that scene. And she begins walking
fills me with
down.
a bit of suspicion.
Oh. And she walks down and she walks slowly past them, breathing heavily as she reaches for the back door and pushes it open and steps outside, waiting for the three of you to follow.
While we're then there, I'm just going to look for anything sharp.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
No.
Quick
But you lose a
question.
weapon.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I now do have my first bar is full on mental stress.
Good.
So does that mean anything? Do I take
That
the
means
trauma?
when you roll a negative mental die, you do not take the consequence. It eliminates it, basically. So it's better. You're building up resistance.
Oh, I thought
Stronger.
that was bad for us.
No, you're stronger now.
Oh, nice.
You do get
It's only
trauma as
bad in
well,
the sense that you've only got 6 more health in mental.
Yeah, gotcha.
It makes you weaker, but it also makes you stronger in a weird way.
Gotcha.
So for each of you to pass, you're going to have to roll a willpower.
Willpower?
Because, I mean, yeah.
To get through? Okay.
Yeah, because it's more about it's more like your fear. You're basically face to face with the undead. So it's sort of a bit of like willpower to keep your composure, to keep your sanity.
Woo!
That's a lot of ones for me today.
Okay, Mycl. That's a lot of ones for you, cheat.
And I fail.
And you fail. Okay. So Chris and Justin go out swimmingly. And I think the confidence of seeing Lauren do it makes them feel a bit more confident.
Whereas I'm suspicious of her.
And while you're suspicious of her, actually, you are. And you are a bit suspicious of this working because you kind of feel weird about it. So as you kind of walk down, you don't watch as much of where you're walking and more of the zombies. And you actually step on a skull. And it cracks very loudly. And the zombies turn to you. And they begin walking towards you. But you're pretty close to the door.
Yep. Go through and close it.
So you push through and you slam the door behind you, shut the door behind you, and the four of you are now outside. And you are past
I'll
the
let them
jamboree.
know. They might follow us. I fucked up.
Yeah, we heard it. It's okay.
We heard it, yeah.
And sure enough, he did. No, but they do. You are now right here, basically. And you do see that door open, as well as a series of other zombies start heading towards you. And Lauren is already starting to walk around this way with sort of haste towards where he said to go. And you can see her pointing. And she's saying, he said we need to get to Adventureland.
We're already there. We're already at Adventureland.
Sorry, we needed to go through Adventureland.
Yeah.
So because the goal is to the entrance.
Okay.
And so making our way there, I stop and I say, hey, Chris, there's one of those AED things you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, it's not those. It's one of the yellow symbols. That's not going to help us.
The defibrillator?
No, the defibrillator is it won't work because
So what's the EpiPen?
it's the EpiPen
the
one.
EpiPen. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So you begin walking with haste as the zombies are sort of hot on your trail, and you hear the crackle of the radio come back on.
Mycl, I see you guys. You got through Country Jamboree. Look, I've secured myself in here for now. You need to keep pressing, though. I can't get any cameras working on the entrance. I don't know what to expect. The people I sent there have yet to return. You guys need to be careful. Are you still all alive?
We're good. We're good, Tom. Thank you.
Keep
yourself safe.
I'm trying.
And you continue walking, and as you pass that little AED, the PA crackles back on, cutting through the park, and you can hear it echo from park to park. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. And again, the PA cuts out.
He's
The first
guy.
Mycl, did you hear that again? Listen,
Yeah.
I think I might know who that is. You guys need to be extra careful. Something is not right. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think these zombies are even happy.
And the radio cuts out.
You know, maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm a jerk for thinking this, but that guy that greeted us at the entrance to the park, he's probably, like, I can't help but keep on thinking that he's somehow responsible for this. But at the end of the day, he's probably just a nice guy.
What tune was he whistling as he left?
He was whistling "It's a Small World."
Huh. Well, I mean, it's stuck in my head too. Ready?
Yeah, that's, you know, let's keep that
Tucked
up
away.
here because, you know, that is too much of a coincidence for me right now.
Lauren is motivated, and she's almost leading the way, walking towards the path, which is now eerily quiet. The zombies are still stirring behind you at the magic carpet ride, which circles the sort of area you left.
Can we just make a quick pit stop? And I see that we're really close to the first aid station, and I want to go in there to see if I can find some of the supplies.
And she says, yeah, actually, I'm starving. And she walks up to a stall and kind of reaches over and starts eating ice cream. I know, I can tell you everything.
So at 11 there, Harlan, there's a first aid station and an EpiPen station.
At 11?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're gonna go there. Okay, so you're gonna push a little more first.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so let's keep going then. So basically, because there's the bathrooms there too, but there's bathrooms there too. So you see that on the map and you say, let's get up there. So as you cross that bridge, before you get to 11, you cross that bridge and you open sort of the photo area where you first stopped. And you are on the cusp of what you kind of perceive to be a field of bodies. The center statue with Disney holding Mickey's hand is just surrounded by piles and piles of bodies, but you only see it at a distance. You quickly cut right and head towards 11 to see what happens. And you head into the medical station. And it has sort of been ransacked. So what are you looking for specifically? An EpiPen?
More specifically, the epinephrine.
Okay.
So like basically adrenaline shot.
So let's say blank will be a positive. We'll give you 2 out of 3 chances.
Okay.
So I think that's more likely. And you got negative, which sucks. So no epinephrine, unfortunately.
Okay.
Only because it's been 12 hours. But what else are you looking for? There's a lot of stuff sitting around here now.
I imagine there's also like just bandages and stuff for our wounds.
Yes, for sure. Bandages.
Scissors.
In fact, scissors. And Justin, you're sort of looking around, and there are a few sort of weapons here. Now that you guys are sort of in a more, I want to say off the beaten path area. And the way Disney's designed, especially with so many kids around, is they mitigate all this risk. They put nothing that can be thrown or picked up or damaged. And this is true. Because I remember even if you lean on a post, they're all fucking bolted down. But now that you're in an area that's not meant to be designed for kids, it's like a medic station. Things are a little, there's racks that you can pick up with postcards on them and things like that.
Oxygen tanks.
Yeah, so you each find, So you each find one item that you're looking for and then some medical supplies. So what do you each find? Within reason, obviously. You don't find a shotgun.
I'll find an oxygen tank.
An Uzi.
Like a small.
Yeah, well, obviously Uzi. Not a shotgun, but an Uzi? Definitely.
I find a pocket knife.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna break apart the scissors and put tape around the handle. Then you got like 2 little knives.
Even perfecter. I mean, they're tiny little scissors, but you're good. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They're like shears. And actually, you know what, Lauren too. And you can change your weapon now that she thinks about this, because she's standing there. She's saying, "I'm still hungry. Like I haven't eaten anything," because this is where you would have stopped for food. And she goes to sort of the cafeteria area, and she comes back with sort of a few knives. And she's like, there are some knives. And that's actually an idea that she had too. So, and she has a big like cleaver, and she's like, there's a few knives back there if you guys want one.
Well, if that's the case, I will take the crowbar, just because the cleaver would obviously be easier later for.
And I still have a baseball bat, so I feel pretty good about that.
Yes, that's true.
And I actually like the crowbar because you can hook with it and stuff.
So while they're doing their own thing, I'm sitting with my oar and I'm whittling the end into a point.
Nice. I like it.
And yeah, and then I've got my pocket knife, and I'm good. And I'll eat something too, like I grab some chips. And
Okay. So you all eat and you take sort of a minute to rest, and the sounds of the park, the screams, are starting to die down. And after, I don't know, it feels like maybe 20 minutes or so, Lauren sort of looks at you three and says, "This is the closest I've ever come to the entrance. Are you guys ready?"
I think when we get out there, I think whoever's started this is not going to want us to leave. I think we're going to face something pretty, and we're doing this as we're all getting ready. Kind of, we still putting on some more. I say, one of us needs to get out though. So, if I go down, Justin, Mike, can you keep going?
Yeah, you're not
Don't
going
turn back for me. One of us has to get out. We got people back home that need to at least hear what happened to us.
we'll cross that bridge when we get to 11. Or when we get to it.
Okay, I'm gonna. How much time do we have, guys? Like, do we have like 5 minutes?
You have like half an hour.
Okay, so I do want to take some time and just sit and basically spend 5 minutes just meditating and getting ready for the fact that, like, yeah, zombies, what the shit we're really into, and that I might have to take a life. And that's, something I want to, in a sense, mentally prepare for. But if I'm going to do it, it's going to be to protect one of these 3 people.
Mm. And
For
while
sure.
Michael's meditating, I turn to Chris with my now spear polearm, and I say, "Is this a good idea? If a zombie gets stuck on the end of it,
Leave it.
then I leave it.
At least it's
I guess
long
I should
enough
try
we can keep it at bay,
something else.
right?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe poke its eye out or something
Well,
from a distance.
Aim for the head.
You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing like one of them running at me, and I just like kneel down, and then it runs into the spike,
Like from edge, like the edge.
like the edge, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I love the edge.
Oh yeah! If that big motherfucker comes around again,
Yeah, it's
that's
totally
when
do
we
that.
Pull this out. Yeah.
The
All right.
ting.
That'd be high
You have a hard
five.
time meditating when we're talking like this, Mike?
Not at all. Again, as I always say, I was married long enough that I can ignore anything.
Yeah, and Lauren, she's sort of pacing. She's a bit nervous as well, you can tell, but she's also sort of been through it. She also looks for some armor. She grabs some magazines off the rack and tapes them to like her chest and her arms.
Yeah, following suit, I say that's a really good idea, and I try to.
That's why she's there. She's the idea person, man.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not going to be able to tape them well enough to myself to really make it worthwhile.
And we can tape each other.
I'll just be walking away and just magazines.
Yeah, pages.
And actually,
Just like I'm
she also
my
goes-
making like gauntlets kind of thing.
yeah, and
Yeah,
she
that's
like
right, yeah.
takes like a baking sheet, from like the oven, and like uses that as like a chest plate. The light baking.
And now we're just getting silly.
No,
Hold on.
And then a
Yeah.
cardboard
A
cutout.
pot on her head.
No, she gets armor and she gets plus 12 dexterity.
Nice.
Plus 12. This goes up to 6. She gets plus 12.
Wow.
Okay, so you spend the time, you relax, and you feel motivated to continue on. And Lauren sort of looks to the 3 of you guys and says, "I'm lucky that I found somebody here that I can trust and that I know. I'm glad to be with you guys." And she heads out.
If it weren't for you, we'd be dead, probably.
More than absolutely. So you guys head out and you stay close to the buildings and yeah. That's got to be your line before you die, Chris. And you head out of the building and you begin towards the entrance and you kind of walk around 10 like so, and you reach the main strip. And as you walk down the main street.
Well, no. Why would we walk down the main street? Why wouldn't we go around the back?
Where's the back?
Well, I'm just saying, show the map again.
Yeah.
Like on the green.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't go to the green. No, this is like think of this as a mountain.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, they don't let you like walk in from the side. You're like, ah, fuck it, I'm going in my way.
Yeah, but
like it's all.
I want to see where the magic is happening.
No, it's all.
all right.
They're all pretty. It's pretty closed in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Very
Move on.
prison-like. It's an amusement park. It's Fort Knox, dude.
Yeah. How are we supposed to
There's
amuse ourselves?
$150,000. Also, that's really boring. Oh, we climb out. The end. So you head around to Main Street. And as your feet touch the pavement, the sight that befalls you is almost otherworldly. The line leading to the entrance is laden with corpses. The path is soaked in blood. The buildings that dot either side of the street have all of their windows smashed, the fronts blackened to a crisp with fire. And at the far end of the strip, leaning against the large statue which houses the American flag, is a massive man-made wall built with bricks and debris and wood and metal. Red painted letters all over it. A world of fear, a world of fear, a world of fear. And as you stand there staring down this long passageway, the radio clicks back on.
Mycl, do not go to the main entrance. Do not go to the main entrance. I repeat, everyone I've sent there is fucking dead.
And it cuts out again. At the end of the long hall, you see something. You see movement. And the large tank-like creature walks out, kind of stretching its head, now almost 2 sizes bigger than when you last saw it. The thing is otherworldly. And standing next to him, a thin man with a smile, ear to ear, whistling. The whistle is almost too quiet to hear at the distance, and you can only see them in the dim light. But you know something is wrong as he smiles, walking towards you casually, whistling. It's a small world. Tom clicks back on the radio.
Run to Tomorrowland quickly. There's another exit. Get out of there.
And the creature, the tank creature, comes barreling down the strip towards you.
And I run.
All right, everyone roll dexterity.
Oh.
And Lauren heads, but not too fast. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Chris?
I succeed.
Okay. Chris, you head through the field of corpses towards...
we had an understanding.
what you can see is Tomorrowland. And Justin, you like trip over a body. And you land on your feet, or land on your stomach. And Mycl, you also... Well, you fucking fall, man.
I landed on my feet. That would be good.
Yeah, you landed on your feet. And Mycl, you also go to scramble, and you also fall. Lauren ends up sort of picking up the pace and sort of dancing between the two and heading to where Chris is. But the tank creature is almost completely upon you. Both of you roll a positive and negative dexterity. Chris, just roll a positive dexterity. Heads with Lauren, who also succeeds. Also good. So positive and negative this time. So success and fail, Mike.
Yeah, success and fail.
Justin?
Success.
Oh. Success and fail.
Success and fail. Okay. So you both quickly help yourselves up, but not before the massive creature literally grabs the feet of 2 dead beings, humans, and whips them at you. And they knock you both off on your feet. You end up knock you both back. You end up still carrying yourself, but you can feel the ribs in your side pressing against as they've cracked. Both take a physical stress. Chris, you stumble over yourself, hearing the creature behind you barreling down on your friends, but you continue across the bridge as Lauren catches up to you, and the two of you just cross the threshold into Tomorrowland.
Is Justin man anywhere near us, or he's like at the gate?
He's at the gate, and actually you look back and you see him still strolling up. He's just coming into the cusp of the end of that long walkway because he's just taking his time. Sort of, he's wearing a red and white pinstripe suit with one of those corn cob hats, not corn hats. What are they called?
Yeah.
Those
It's like one of the dandy men or whatever it's called.
The dandy men, exactly.
Yeah.
Not a bowler because they're flat. I can't remember what they're called, but.
Mhm.
Anyway, and he's just sort of very
Banjo
casually
player
walking.
hat.
He has a cane, and the tank is just ravishing. And actually, let's see.
He's ravishing.
He's hungry. Actually, and you know what? He threw the bodies at you, and the stirring of the creatures actually distracted him. And he dives in and he tears apart two humans, just their dead corpses, their intestines flying everywhere. As he sort of momentarily is distracted, giving you two a chance to move up. Both roll dexterity.
Me and Mike.
A boater hat. Fair enough. Yes, you and Mike.
Oh, failed again.
I feel like Mark would know what the name of the hat is. Like he knows all hats.
Yeah, he always has hats like that. That's true. So the two of you again just cannot get it fucking together. So you miss your chance, and he turns back towards you, ready to attack. Both roll vitality.
Ooh.
Oh
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going down. Go on without me.
He ends up taking a massive swing with his hand, which is almost the size of, almost half your body. But Mycl steps forward, Justin, taking the hit for both of you and pushing you sort of out of the way as the creature swings by, grabbing him by the waist. You can feel your top body almost snap back as he swings you from side to side, your spine cracking. Let's take 2 points of physical.
I'm going to feel that in the morning.
I run forward with my spear, and now that the thing's distracted, and I jam it into his foot.
Okay, give me a strength. Give me a
Dexterity.
Yeah, I guess dexterity.
Yes. Fortunately, with these out-of-world creatures, it's where all their vital organs are.
Right, my heart. So you ram the pole into its foot. The one use for that, actually, better than normal zombies. So well done. And you can feel it puncture through his skin, and you actually get him right between sort of the toes where there are no bones, and sort of this blackish blood begins pouring out as the creature screams. And as he does, you notice the man scream as well. Ah! And he kind of looks at you with these dark eyes, and he's at you at almost instantly. He's standing before you, the man with a massive grin, smiling, and says, "Do not hurt us." And he's staring at you in your face, right in your face.
I say, "World of fear, bitch!" And I try to swing the.
But it's not your turn. So, Chris, you just stop.
I'm going to turn around and say, "World of fear."
That's
bitch.
what I imagined.
Chris, you and Lauren are heading towards Tomorrowland, and she is running, and she trips over something or other.
A corpse.
A corpse. Well, there's corpses everywhere. I feel like I got to mix it up, but it is a corpse, oddly enough. But actually, let's see. You know what? This one's not a corpse. This is a zombie. And as she trips, it grabs her and scratches down her legs. Chris, as you hear her screaming behind you.
I'm going to run up and try to just crush its brains with the bat.
Give me a dexterity roll. And give me 2 positives because you're using a bat.
Miss and miss.
Okay, so you go to swing, but he kind of just lurches back at the same moment you go to swing, and you just smash against the concrete as it sort of shakes throughout your body. Mycl, you are in the hands of the creature.
And hands are free, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so can I use the hook of the crowbar to kind of reach around, like
You most definitely can.
and then use it to pull it that way? All right, now, so I use dexterity. Can I use martial arts on this and get a second?
Sure.
All right, you're a wonderful human being. So that's 2 die then, right?
Yep.
Is that how it works?
Yep.
And I fail both times.
Oh, no.
I can't swing. My ribs are so sore. Look. Ooh.
So you go to swing, and you just miss. And give me one more die roll. You had a 4 and a 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be your negative die, so you actually lose the crowbar. So you go to swing only because it was a complete failure,
Yeah,
and
no, that's cool.
because he squeezes a bit tighter, the crowbar actually just falls from your hands. And as he does that, as you see a failure, he actually squeezes you a bit tighter. And but because he's distracted by his foot, actually, he releases his grip to the point where you actually fall to the ground. And he looks down at you, Justin, and goes to squash you. But I'll let you roll vitality rather than his dexterity. Actually, his dexterity is pretty low. Let's do that instead. So he misses. So he goes to swing down and just smashes the ground beside you. It still quakes you, but it doesn't alter you. And now the grinning man is standing before you.
Okay. And I'm not going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Instead, I'm going to pull up my spear and I'm going to dig it into the beast's arm that's holding Mycl.
Okay. Well, now
try to get it into his bicep.
Because Mycl's dropped now.
Oh, he's dropped. Oh,
Yes.
Sorry. In that case, I'm just going to say book it. And I'm going to try to run. Now that the thing is injured, it's going to be a little slower, I'm hoping.
Yeah. And you turn around and you begin running. So give me a dexterity roll.
Okay. Oh, well. I'm a quick learner. Oh, wait. No. Oh, yeah, that's a fail. Long story short, it's a fail.
Well, give me another roll, actually. Let's do 2. Because he is bolted to the ground.
Oh, that one's even worse.
Well, actually, you're not going to have to, because right now he's not moving. So I'm not sure why I'm making you roll dexterity, because you're not dodging.
To see if I trip over anything.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not an idiot. I mean, just look where you're going. So let's say that's fine.
All right, I'll take it.
Well, it made sense. I remember why I had your original dexterity to see who was left behind when the creature attacked. He's now there. Dexterity doesn't really apply in the same way. So I'm just going to say you book it and you start running. Mycl, what do you do?
Did you drop the stick or you took it with you?
He left it stuck in the guy's foot, in the thing's foot.
All right, then I will stand up and try to pull it out and stab it through the thin man.
Okay, so it's going to be a muscle roll to try to get it out of his foot. Because you're sort of negating the benefit of having it stuck there.
And I pass.
Okay, so you pull it out of the thing, and it sort of screeches, and you can now attack the grinning man.
And I have both successes.
Okay, so you go to jab it at the grinning man as you do, and it stabs through his stomach. And as it does, you see him sort of look down, and everything sort of stops. And you see sort of this black bile drip from his mouth onto the wooden oar as he begins laughing. And he looks up as the blackish bluish liquid begins dripping from his mouth. And he grabs the oar and brings it further into his stomach as he leans forward and he says, "It's a small world." As the creature takes a massive fist and crushes you to death. Just a whoomp, as Justin and Chris from the distance look around and see Mycl just flattened as the grinning man with the oar still sticking out of his chest laughs. And the tank creature turns towards the three of you and begins running towards you. So Lauren is going to take just a punch. What weapon did she have? Oh, knife. So she grabs a knife from her pocket and chops at the thing's neck. And she unfortunately does not hit him. So she kind of misses and the blade dings off the ground. And Chris, you're standing over her.
Completely just frozen from the sight of Mike just being squashed. I'm kind of listlessly dragging the the baseball bat now. Not sure to move forward or back as I see Justin running towards me.
And you can hear my shouting. You can hear my shouting. "Help Loren! Help Loren!" as I'm running towards you. "Loren, beside you!"
Who? What? And I'm just going to freeze there for a second.
"Loren!"
And you freeze. Okay, so Justin, you're running. Give me a dexterity to see if you can get there in one turn. Put it this way: the dexterity will just mean that you can do another action at Lauren, which you cannot.
No.
So you don't do anything. Chris, you are frozen, so the monster takes a big bite at a Lauren, or tries to. And I'm actually going to say it doesn't hit because she's wearing all the armor. I'm going to say that's a benefit. I'm going to say the armor, the magazines or whatever, which she sort of put all over, she holds up her arm and he bites into it, but just pulls off at the magazine. And just for interest's sake, I'm going to say she takes one more hack and gets him in the neck, pushing the creature off as she stands up, looking at Justin and kind of Chris in their shocked way. The tank,
Chris, let's go.
Barreling down, crosses the bridge and smashes through the arch as he sort of stops for a second in a gorilla-like fashion, staring at the three of you as Lauren turns to run and starts heading towards Tomorrowland exit. And you two?
I turn into lower brain function Chris,
Yeah.
where I
Which
kind of
we've
go
all
into zombie
seen.
mode myself, where I'm like super just some sort of emotion. And in this case, it's going to be just like anger. And I'm going to run towards it and just kind of in a zombie state, swing my baseball bat screaming as I go at him.
Sure. So give me a attack roll. So I'll give you a plus for the bat as well. So 2 die. We'll say 3 die. 1 will be negative.
Okay, last one's negative.
Yeah.
So 2
So 4.
successes, but the negative and the positive cancel out.
Yeah. So you have a 4. Does that succeed?
4, no.
So you failed, but with no drawback. So you run up and you hit him with the baseball bat, but nothing actually happens. And you just sort of smack it on him, and it kind of bounces back as he's sort of very tough. And it sort of makes sense to you. Well, maybe not you in your stupor, but it makes sense that a piercing object through his sort of thick flesh
Would be better.
works really well. But he doesn't swat you like a fly just yet. And Justin, Lauren is now booking it for Space Mountain. Where are you?
Shit, Chris. Damn it. I look around. I just frantically looking around for something in the environment that I can use to help me in this moment. I'm wishing that one of those defibrillators were close by. Maybe I could use that against it, but
Let's see.
closest one is at 80. It seems to be right around the corner.
Yeah, AD? Oh, 80.
80.
Is that one?
Yeah.
I don't see one at 80.
AED, automated external.
Oh, the defibs. Yes. Yeah, you could make it there.
Okay.
Are you gonna try to defib the goo that is Mycl?
No. I'm gonna try to defib the monster. So I'm going to. I don't know if. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking try. I don't know what's gonna happen. Fuck. So I'm gonna just run to it
Okay.
and see what. Like, does it move? Like, is it a portable defib?
Sure. I have no idea. So let's say, yeah, it's like a satchel. And you grab it, and it's in protective glass, and you smash it, and you grab it, and you have a portable defib.
Okay. And I start like getting it ready to go. I'll do a logic roll to see if I can get it.
Yeah, because I have no idea how they work.
I got no fucking clue. No. Oh, but I'm a quick learner. Can I do a second roll?
Sure.
Quick learning is my
Sure.
feature.
Okay, sure. So you figure out how to work. That makes sense to me. You're like, fuck, I don't know how to work. Wait. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
So you power it on, and yeah, you have a defib, and you strap it around your back, so you sort of have the 2 paddles ready to go.
Okay, perfect. And I begin running my way back to Chris.
Okay, and Chris, what are you doing?
Still
Actually, sorry,
my
let's make
stupor.
the beast to attack. We'll do his dexterity, and he misses. So he sort of listlessly swings at you, and smashes the ground. Bits of Mycl sort of flying off. And actually, just for sake of interest, he swings down and little piece of Mycl sort of peppers the ground, and something spins right by Lauren's feet as she looks down, and the walkie-talkie, still functioning somehow, crackles back on.
You have to get to Space Mountain. There's an exit behind it.
And Lauren picks up the walkie-talkie and turns back to watch the two of you and what you're doing. Chris, what do you want to do?
Take another swing.
Okay, you take another swing.
Fail, fail, fail.
Okay, so this time you go to bash it, and again the baseball bat bounces back, and let's just say, I guess the bat cracks. So it actually, yeah, it cracks. So it smashes, and you're left with like a tiny little hilt.
Oh, okay.
So not even enough to like stab it. It's not a beneficial break. it's a bad break. And Mycl, not Mycl, Justin, you run up with.
I'll just lie there oozing.
At least you can't get back as a zombie.
Dexterity.
How tall is this guy?
Oh god, like 10 feet, 12 feet maybe.
Fuck. Okay.
Think like the tank from Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not even gonna think. I'm just gonna run up to it. I'm gonna get around the back. Actually, I'm gonna try to skirt around the back. It's distracted.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to stick the defibs right on its kidneys. I guess.
Sure.
Just right at eye level.
Is that where you want to go?
I would love to go with his head.
I think you can make it.
Yeah.
You do it. I think you couldn't do it alone, but I think if you start working together, be a team, trick them,
Okay.
something.
I say, Chris, try to get him to bend down. Try to get him to bend down, Chris.
And right away, is Justin behind him?
Right now, Justin's still to the sort of the left of him, or to the right of him, I should say. I mean, he is chasing you. You back up, he's coming at you. So, I don't know.
You can trip him.
Yeah, I see a vendor who's nearby, and I see the little like a jar filled with rock candy. What are they called? Like jawbreakers.
Marbles. Marbles even easier.
Yeah. So I run over to grab it.
And,
kind of under my stupor, realizing what I'm doing, how I'm risking my life for clearly Mike, who's already dead. And
well, let's keep it fair. Yeah, we'll call that marbles.
So I grab the jaw marbles and I shatter the glass on the floor.
Sure.
And I say, "Fuck you, bring it on!" And I start running away from him.
Okay. And sure enough, he barrels after you, stepping on the marbles and slipping and falling on his face. Now, he only has a few seconds before he pushes himself back up.
But as he's down, I take the opportunity and I try to get the defib right on his temples.
So you run on top of his back, you jump down, and you zap him in the head. Let's do a dexterity.
Fuck!
It's one of those ones that's like, charging.
And as you're standing there, you go to jump on his back, and David Johns does an environmental change. And as you're at the back, you go to zap him, but very quickly and very suddenly, a thick fog begins to fill the area. And you almost can't see, and you go to zap, and you actually just zap yourself, sort of. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but you just zap the air. And you can't quite see it as he gets up and tumbles you forward. And in the darkness and the fog, you land on your back in front. Now, Lauren, at this point, she picks up the radio and she continues on to Space Mountain. And she runs up to Space Mountain and cracks open the door and heads inside to the darkened space station. We'll leave her a mystery for now. You guys.
Chris. So it's pushing itself up. I'm on the ground too.
So seeing that it's down, and it's trying to push its way up.
Well, you can't. The fog is so thick now that it's actually becoming difficult to see what's going on.
Okay. I call it to Justin. I say, Justin, what's happening? Did you get it?
No. I fucking missed this fog. Where the fuck did it come from? And I push myself up. And I say, let's just get to the exit.
And I keep pushing,
not knowing
I keep running away because I can't even help
not
him.
knowing if the thing is pushed back up.
Yeah, and you do hear in the darkness the sort of rumblings of the creature rising again. And you turn to move, and you feel the wind sort of push and as swirls of fog sort of turn in the air as you can feel the creature just swipe for you. And you can see that the fog is more difficult for him than it is for you as the bellowing groan echoes.
So I'm sprinting towards the
Okay.
land.
I start heading my way there too. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do both a logic roll because now you're sort of navigating.
Did I use that too, or do I have to roll again?
You can use that too. Does it succeed?
Yep.
Sure.
I failed.
Justin? Okay. So Chris, you start sort of heading through and you feel the doors of Space Mountain. You swing it open to see Lauren standing there, and she has the walkie-talkie, and she says, he's not answering, but he said we need to get to Space Mountain. Where's Justin? Did Mycl make it?
And I can't even look at her. And I say, we got to get to Tomorrowland.
And she sort of sighs and looks around. Now, you are in Tomorrowland. Space Mountain is one of the rides at Tomorrowland. And the way Tom described it. Yeah, so the way he described it to her, and she explains to you, is that there is an exit at the end of the ride. Now, Space Mountain is a ride that's bathed in darkness. The entire ride is lit by like moonlight and things like that. So it seems like the end of the ride is where the mystery ends. Justin, in the dark, you have a tough time navigating. Give me another roll, but this time, Mr. Tim Sant has decided to give you a hindrance, which means I am going to make you roll 3 die, 2 of which are going to be negative die.
All right, so something bad's going to happen no matter what.
Pretty much.
So one bad thing happens. So
which is not as bad as 2 bad things, but it is.
Did they not cancel each other out?
The positive 5 cancels out the negative 5, but the 2 is still a negative. So, not great. You feel your way through the darkness as you hear, "It's a world of laughter, a world of fear." The voice seemingly comes from all around you. And then you feel something as you feel around in the darkness. A soft, almost cloth-like, with a bit of give to it. And as you follow your hand and the smoke parts, you see the pinstripe clothing of the grinning man's shirt. And because you only got 1 negative, I will let you act first.
Why? Why all of this? I say, realizing that I'm not getting away. Why is this happening?
And in the smoke, you see the chest of the man and the bright smoke illuminated from the room, from the moon. You see the buttons and nothing else as his face comes inches towards you, parting the wispy fog as he does, and he looks directly at you with black, lifeless eyes and says, "Why not?" You hear the scream of Justin from outside as you and Lauren share a look of pain, and she heads towards the ride. "We need to get out of here." And she locks herself in. Press go.
I sit down beside her and I lock myself in too. Wait.
And the ride...
It automatically goes?
Sure. Let's not get too convoluted here. The ride takes off, and you're soaring and screaming in the darkness. You pass bright illuminated globes full of life and light. You pass stars in the sky, and the moon and the stars of the night sky of Space Mountain look more lovely and kind than any of the stars you've seen on this night. The ride is rife with twists and turns, and yet it is more calming than you've experienced, that all you could remember of experience since this night began. And as the ride ends and the train comes to a stop, you feel almost at peace. You and Lorraine leave the ride as the radio crackles back on.
Well, this is the other exit. This is the way that we get in and out. It's not going to take you directly to, but it'll lead you to the tunnels. Follow the tunnels to get out. Good luck.
And Tom doesn't answer. Lorraine and you share a worried look. Well,
We need to find the tunnels. We need to get out.
the tunnels are pretty easy to find. You scan the key card that you took from the security officer, and they open. And you're led down into a series of dimly lit tunnels. Feels like you're down there for hours, searching for the right way to go. Twists and turns of every way sort of cloud your judgment. Eventually, you see what is literally a light at the end of the tunnel. Lauren and you share sort of a half-hearted, pained smile as you see the stairs leading up to what you can only imagine is the exit. What lies beyond this? What happened to the world? Was it reliant on just the Magic Kingdom, or did it spread across the entire Earth? Has the world forever changed? You don't know. You climb the steps, and as you reach the top, you pass through an employees-only door, and you enter a gift shop. The walls are lined with stuffed animals, lions, giraffes, tigers. You share a weary look, but the shop looks unscathed, untouched almost. You're hesitant to hope, but with every fiber of your being, you wish. And as you walk towards the doors, the double doors, which are glass bathed in now sunlight, as the morning has come, you open them to see the world still ravaged. But you're not outside. The large print, "Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom," shines brightly above the doorway as you hear a lion roar in the background. And we're going to end it there. This was End of the World Zombie Apocalypse, the most magical place on Earth. Thank you so much for playing, and please step off the ride. Thanks so much for playing tonight, guys. And you guys did a fantastic job. I mean, it wasn't tough playing yourself. Lauren did a fantastic job.
Yeah, she was great. Wow, what a natural.
Survived. She survived the ending. No, very, very good. That went swimmingly well. I'm very surprised and impressed at how you guys handled that, and how interesting it evolved. It's always fun with games that are a bit more unscripted to see what sort of choices you guys make and what has to be improvised on the fly, which I like, actually. I always love End of the World games for that. You know, where you kind of got to be like, what the fuck should happen now? Like, oh yeah, I'll make a take monster. No, well done, guys. Very well played. Fantastic role playing all around. It felt heavy, but not super heavy. It was really nice. So as all end games, we do an end game XP. So who won end game? Now there were a few really useful comments, and I think we had a winner.
We had, you know what? We had activity on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And we also have activity on the YouTube channel, which was we had
Awesome.
really great comments on both.
It was divided, man. It was divided.
Divided, yeah.
Who knows which is right and which is wrong. No, there was a good one, though. Who was it? Someone gave a few good comments. You mentioned it halfway through, Justin.
Bjorn
Peterson. Yeah, let's do that.
That's the YouTube channel.
You know what? Bjorn's fantastic. He, first off, look, and this is not why he's getting endgame XP, but this guy's, I think, watching at like 4 or 5 in the morning or something. So, like, first off, huge thank you, legit thank you to Bjorn and anyone else watching way late. That takes serious commitment to be doing that. So we appreciate that, because that's really, really cool to be watching live for that. But also, he had a bunch of fantastic comments and ideas. So well done, Bjorn. You're gonna win end game XP. And we had a lot of expenditure tonight, which was nice because obviously Lauren, she spent for being in the game. Tim Sant did that hindrance at the end, which basically killed Justin. That's why I was saving it for the very end. And we also had David Johns, I believe it was David, who did the fog at the end, which also sort of aided with Tim Sant's hindrance. So very well done. Good expenditure tonight, which is always fun to see when the community uses their stuff, which is more potent, right? Like the XP is more potent now, so it should kill a character if they choose something like that. Not by choice, but anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Obviously, we're going to be back next Wednesday. Thank you to Mycl for hanging out with us. We really missed you. It's always nice to see you back.
Yeah, thank you. I actually did want to just say, because I haven't been really involved much, hello to all the new members of the Facebook group. I haven't commented, but hey, really glad you could all join and be part of it.
Yeah, Mycl's like Santa now. He's always watching. He's always there. He just doesn't exist. But he is there. But he is watching, so you can always shout out to
Do you
Mycl.
believe in Mycl?
Do you believe in Mycl? In a young girl's
My
heart?
parents never did.
But no, it is great to play with Mycl again. It's like I don't know, it's always good. It's a coming home. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for playing. We're going to be back next Wednesday. I don't think we picked what game we're going to be playing just yet, so stay tuned for that. Always a surprise. And that's it for me. Does anyone have anything else?
Thank you, Harlan. That was fun.
Thank you. Yeah.
My pleasure.
Thanks for
My pleasure.
inviting me along.
You're always invited, my friend.
Open house, man.
Open house. Open door policy. All right. Well, that is it. You guys have yourself a fantastic night and a fantastic weekend. And as my boy Chris likes to say,
We'll see you around the table.
see you around the table, guys. Good night.